Hello, welcome to episode 2 of our midlife crisis. My name is Natsu, and I'm joined by my voice of reason, Murphy. Murphy, how are you?
Doing great. Glad to be back.
Yeah,
Episode 2.
we missed a week. No big deal. There's
We
still
did.
lots to talk about, so it doesn't matter.
That's right. We
Uh,
missed a very busy week too.
yeah, it's fine.
So I think the main thing is can our midlife crisis brains remember the sheer amount of video game droppage that happened
Well,
the other week?
I did take notes. Although
I did as well.
my Xbox notes are like terrible. So like cuz I'm not going to lie. And even like my Summer Games Fest notes were pretty bad cuz like I spoiler alert, there wasn't a lot that interests me out of the
I
Xbox showcase.
completely agree.
And like the only thing that really interested me in the Summer Games Fest one was the first game, which was Code Vein 2 from Bamco.
Yes. And I Code Vein in general, I really enjoyed playing, though it did have its kind of share of jank.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It definitely kind of felt weird to play. And I wish the story was just a little bit more fleshed out, but the game itself was a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing through all of it.
Everybody I talked to, literally everyone I talked to is like, I love the game. I hated the White Castle or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, that goes for me too. Like, I love that game. It was really fun. Sure, there was some jank. Good lord, I hated the White Castle.
Yeah, it was.
It just felt like it completely killed the pacing of the game.
It really felt like it did. Like it almost kind of felt like it was an afterthought,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And yeah, so I'm still looking forward to Code Vein because like it. I don't know. Anime Dark Souls is just up my alley.
Oh,
So
totally.
I'm actually excited that
Completely agree.
I didn't think Bamco was going to do another one.
I didn't either. I didn't know if it generated enough, I don't know, money to be able to I guess take the risk. I feel like I feel like that's how it is nowadays, right? It's a risk to create a video game nowadays. And whether or not a company is willing to take the risk to make one, because of the amount of money involved,
I
So,
feel like that is mostly a Western problem. Um, so and this is going to sound like almost a little blasphemous. Like Japanese studios, I feel like are just like they're on one right now.
they really are. I
and
completely agree.
like as evidenced by like the Sony State of Play. Like I feel like Konami's experiencing its own like little resurgence, which we can like get into a little bit later. But like they
Yeah.
announced a new Silent Hill game, 2 new Silent Hill games, and Silent Hill like F. So
Yep.
um, Japanese studios, man, and like I give Banco shit, but like they do whatever they want. Like they do, like they're doing Digimon, they're doing like Code Vein. Apparently there's gonna be like a new Trails remake announced soon. I don't know if you saw
Really?
that tweet.
I did not see that.
So yeah, it's coming.
That is that's surprising.
God,
Which Trails game do you know?
I hope it's Exiliad. I really just want
Did
it
you
to be.
did you
totally
enjoy
Exiliad.
playing Symphonia?
Oh, Symphonia? Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
No, my major like memory of it was, um, back in the GameCube. I did play the
yeah,
remaster
totally. That's
a few
I
times.
played the one on the GameCube,
Yeah.
and since once again it was kind of strange because it's kind of in that same era where you could play co-op.
Mm-hmm.
I played through that game with one of my friends, Lance, and it was a blast.
Yeah, that was
Just kind of
an awesome game.
made me enjoy playing more and more of those Tales games just because of that feature alone. It like kind of sold me on the franchise. So
And then, what did you think of Tales of Arise? I think we might have had this conversation before, but like,
I was pretty sour on Tales of Rise. I felt like I don't know, the visuals were great. The story just didn't sell me. I was not invested in that story at all.
really, I was
Yeah, not at all.
invested in this story up until it got crazy at the end. Like that's probably my biggest problem is like, because even though it very much feels like that, that kind of almost classic Trails or Tales story, um, right? Because like you have your two different worlds and there are two different cultures or whatever. Like it's all kind of the
Yep.
same when it comes to the Tales games. Like this
Yep.
happens a
Yep.
lot, which is okay. They obviously borrow from each other a lot, but like, yeah, I do like the characters though, and I think like the voice acting and the characterization was really, really good
Yeah.
in that game.
I would agree. I think the characters were great. I just felt like what they were doing just didn't. I don't know. I just wasn't sold on it. I guess. I don't know. It just I had a
Hmm.
hard time, and maybe it's because I had just finished playing through Xenoblade,
Hmm.
and maybe that kind of changed my opinion. Um, based on my experience that I had playing through Xenoblade.
Like Xenoblade
Um,
Chronicles, uh,
2
2.
or 3. Sorry, 3.
Yeah, I was still jazzed for it. But yeah, I agree with you. I was a lot softer on it than I probably. I think the biggest problem was like the main character's combat gimmick was just the worst. I feel like
Yes.
killing yourself to do, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I think that was just the worst. And so I didn't play him. I played Law.
I could see that. I mean, I don't know. I enjoyed, like I said, I enjoyed the characters. The story just didn't hook me. So I had a hard time. I just had a hard time playing through it
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
for
But
whatever reason.
I think I God, I hope it's Tales of Exilia. I love Tales of Exilia. Um, I don't know if you've have experience with Tales of
I
Exilia.
I didn't play Tales of Exilia, so
Oh my gosh, it's
so
probably my
if it
favorite one.
is, then I'll be excited too then because I'll
Yeah,
get to play it. I just never played it.
I think
I
it's
played
like
Berseria.
yeah.
I played um Symphonia. I played through Rise. There's one in the middle there as well.
Did you play Vesperia? Did I ask about Vesperia?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Vesperia was really good.
Yeah, Vesperia was really good.
Oh god damn it, I forgot about the pools. Yeah, I liked Vesperia. I just want more Exilia. God,
I agree. It's one of those things as well where it's kind of a comfort to be able to play a game that is more kind of, I don't know, lighthearted, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many games nowadays that are trying to take themselves so seriously, and it's really dark. Everything just for a while there, and maybe still, I don't know. It just feels like everything just was really somber and dark.
Mm-hmm.
And after the COVID era and everything, it was like it just felt good to play games that just made you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just something about those lighthearted, just adventure fantasy story, and those are the types of fantasy books that I'm drawn to as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think I was a huge advocate for Xenoblade 2 at the time as well. Like I also just like because that came out like several years after, or that came out several years
yeah,
prior to that. I just never got around
yeah,
to it until very recently, before the Tales game or Tales of Rise got released, right? So like,
hmm.
I was in the same boat as you were. And I love the
Where
where I
you
played
just wanted something that
Xenoblade.
was lighthearted.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
playing
oh, oh,
Xenoblade
yeah,
right
yeah.
before Tales
Yep,
of Rise,
yep.
and I actually really like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The second time I played it, the first time I kind of bounced off of it.
It was very long.
Oh yeah.
And luckily at the time when I was playing through it, I had the time to play through it, so I just enjoyed every bit of it.
Um, I am playing through Xenoblade Chronicles 3 right now,
Ah,
and let me tell you, that is a long, long game.
yes, it is a long game.
And so I don't want to say I'm struggling, but I am.
It's
There's just a lot, man,
It's
and the
one of those
pacing.
games where you can get bogged down in doing a lot of the side stuff.
Well, even just like
And
the
you're
class
kind of
quests and stuff like that. Like,
exactly. And it's funny because you're kind of the same as me, where it's like y- you, at least I'm pretty sure you are, just from the way we talk. I haven't, but it's like you feel like whenever you go out there, you feel like you want to, at least this is how I am. Maybe you're not the same way. This is how I am. I will play a game and I will leave the main story mission stuff alone until I'm done with side stuff.
yeah, oh, absolutely, I
That's
am.
just how I play the games.
Yep. And if you do that
And
in
there are,
Xenoblade, it feels rough.
oh yeah, you will. Yep. And it there are so many times where I have to consciously say, all right, man, I have got to continue the story. Otherwise, I'm just not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But now I'm paying for that, right? Because, um, when I did that, I have to go back now and do some of the side quests to get the class quests unlocked. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! Like,
Exactly. So it's like it's what it's kind of a a double-edged sword there, because it's where what are we supposed to do? It's, you're providing us with all the side quest content. We're punished for not doing it. And I guess I say punished. In mentally, we're being punished because we have to go back and do it, right? And not because we have to, because we mentally tell ourselves that, oh man, I've got to see everything about this game.
absolutely, yeah.
And so it just, I don't know. So whenever it gets to games that have so much side content, it just, I don't know. You have to be at a certain mindset to be able to just accept. I don't know, accept the side and enjoy. Maybe not accept it, but enjoy that content.
I like I like some of the side content. I like the quests. I like the characters. Like, it actually makes you like kind of care about all of those characters, which is cool. But a lot of the problem is, like, you unlock this new class, right? And you want to get your whole team to use it. But you can't do that because you're so over leveled. Anything you kill in the main story or in the immediate area is like just useless. So it doesn't provide you with the ability to learn that class.
Yep.
And then if you go out even further out, like, away, then you're like super overpowered compared to like the main story. So you just like curb stomp everything in the main story. It's just it's hard, man.
It's really tough, and it's hard to. I feel like it would be hard on a developer's level as well to balance that type of thing as well, because it's, do I design a game that scales with the player, only to make them feel like their efforts to put in the grind isn't doing anything because everything's scaling, but then the content becomes irrelevant to the people that are scaling. So is it the player's fault for doing the content that I'm providing them to create an environment in which they're so overpowered that the content is irrelevant? Like, there's so many like philosophical design choices there that you have to make as a developer to decide, this is the type of experience I want my player to have, and where's that happy medium?
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. I think with this particular game, the way you fix it is just let people grind out low level monsters, or like let low level monsters provide like class mastery points, not like levels for the classes, but for other characters to be able to use that class. That way you're not like completely over leveled when you want to use this class. Because I'm like, oh man, I would love to use this class before the next boss fight, major boss fight, and then I realized it doesn't matter if I want to use it before the next major boss fight. I'm just gonna completely crap on the boss regardless of what class I'm using. Because I'm 10 levels over.
But having that variability of playing the new class and providing that to the party and adding that different dynamic to it, just, I don't know, it adds to the fun. So
yeah, and it's got that kind of tactics based, Final Fantasy Tactics, that system where you're like, you combine portions of other classes or passives from other classes or abilities, and it's just cool, right? So
yeah,
I really like it. I like the game. It's just really, really freaking long. So
it is definitely really long.
Have you played it and beat it already?
I have not beat it.
Mhm.
I put 90 some odd hours into it.
Mhm.
I
Christ.
got pretty close, and then as things happened, something happened. Probably a WoW raid came out during
Yeah.
that period of time, and then I just kind of
Oh, I didn't
lost
even think
the
about that
time to
because
be able to do that.
the next patch was just announced today for WoW.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
goddamn! I gotta beat that game. I feel like if I don't do anything about it now, I won't go back to it.
That's the kind of the trouble I run into with kind of a few games that I either lose interest in
Mhm.
or just I've played for instance, Witcher 3. All right.
I've started that game so many times.
I've never actually finished the game
Yeah.
because I have played the beginning of the game so many times because something else comes up, and now I'm at a point where I'm in this like vicious cycle where I need to get through those parts of the game to get to something interesting. Where it's kind of like, am I ever going to finish this game? Because like something else keeps happening whenever I try to play it, and it's such a long game.
Mm-hmm. I'm the same way. I've started The Witcher so many times, and just like, all right, you know what? I'm just not going to be able to play this game.
Yep. I think I have committed myself mentally to finishing the game, and so I will be finishing it. I'm in process right now.
I don't know if I just don't know if I'll finish the game.
Just because, I mean, I've played through the original Witcher. I played through Witcher 2. And now that Witcher 4 is becoming more of a reality, though I don't think it's a very soon reality. It's kind
I
of
don't think that
motivated me
game's coming
more.
out in the next year, so
No, I don't think so either. I don't think it's coming out in the next 2 years, honestly. But the demo did look impressive. The tech demo did.
The tech demo, everything there looked impressive.
Yeah.
I just like what does that
Grain of salt.
mean? Right? Like, is that
yeah, grain of salt.
Yeah.
And I also see like news articles coming out about, oh, Witcher 3 tech demo running on Xbox Series S
or base PS5
at 60. Yeah, and I'm like,
yeah, okay.
You
know what that tells
me?
Even
mean? Like how?
That tells me it's just a vertical slice.
Exactly. So, though that is impressive for that amount of stuff that's happening on the screen.
Yeah, because even they showed like kind of the world, but once again, I don't know if that is the world. I don't know. It's smoke and mirrors.
Sure.
They are developing for conference first, console first, which is surprising because they were one of the last PC studios, right? Like the PC first studios.
Yep. They are,
and I think that just goes to show, like, first of all, I think the console market is actually huge. At least the PlayStation market is actually huge.
Yeah, it is.
So it can't really be ignored, and like they don't want Cyberpunk to happen again, right? Like,
no. And I also think a lot of the developers are kind of learning this whole console exclusive kind of approach to things, and even the publishers themselves are realizing that they're really shooting themselves in the foot by limiting the audience that can access the game. I mean, just recently with the Stellar Blade PC launch. I mean, it's just came out on PC, and it's the best single player PlayStation
published game,
Studios game. I mean, hands down, far and away. And just imagine what the game could have done if it had come out on multiple consoles or multiple different releases. So I hope that that's a trend that goes forward.
I don't think you'll see PlayStation Studios single player games on day and date on PC.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think, because actually in their recent like business like showcase or business meeting they had, they said that like single player exclusivity is still going to be the focus for their studios, to draw people into their ecosystem, and they will continue to evaluate whether or not a game comes out, 6 months, a year.
Do you think
years.
with Microsoft moving to this more software based type. At least that's what it kind of looks like
No,
with with
they
Game
are a
Pass.
third-party publisher, full through and through.
Yeah. So, do you think we will see Game Pass on PlayStation?
No, and if it is, it'll be some like bespoke version of it where it's only Microsoft products, like Microsoft Game Studios products. I think that's the only way you'll see Game Pass on PlayStation, because like the reason Microsoft is
Because we have
going
like
third party,
Ubisoft
yeah, we have,
Plus on it, right?
yeah, but those aren't anywhere
Um,
near as big as game,
sure.
right? And then you can still get a lot of the third party games on PlayStation. Like PlayStation has been like, they just had a record breaking year. They're the first company to make like $30 billion in revenue. First gaming company to
Yeah.
make $30 billion in revenue. And that is without like first party support. So like
Yeah, that is true. I mean, what makes me wonder is if PlayStation keeps going this hardware route, and if Game Pass would draw people into the PlayStation ecosystem via Game Pass on the hardware, like I could see that being a reality.
but they don't want Game Pass on their system because they make like 30% rips off of everything that you know, they put on their platform. And Game Pass would just cannibalize those sales, like, right? Like all
Gotcha.
the Fortnites and all the sales of like even Call of Duty. Call of Duty is still one of the best selling games on that, and they make a ton of revenue just off of that, because they get 30% rips from everything that Microsoft sells. It's insane, and that's why they're making so
Yeah.
much money, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So I have strong thoughts against Game Pass. Like I do not think Game Pass is good for developers.
I don't think it's good. I don't think it is either. I don't think it's good for the consumer either. I mean, you don't own the product.
Yeah. They could just take it off at any given time.
Yeah, you can take it off at any given time. And I don't know, but that also kind of lends to, is that the type of society that we're in now? Do they, are people okay with not owning items anymore? I mean, we see the rise of,
I'm not.
Netflix
Yeah.
and all kinds of things, right? I mean, people don't own movies anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do, it's rare, right? It's pretty rare that somebody digitally purchases, because that's the only way you can do it nowadays, practically.
They're all pirated.
A movie.
Like,
yeah. So it's, if you're not watching it on a streaming service,
mm-hmm.
I mean, does realistically, I'd like to see the numbers on that. How many people actually own a movie anymore?
Yeah.
Well,
you're also seeing like the proof that streaming services are like actually starting to panic on this is the fact that Netflix and even like Game Pass they've increased their prices like year over year over year, or hell, every 6 months for Game Pass. Every 6 months, I feel like there's a price increase.
An increase, yeah. I mean, the problem is, it's becoming oversaturated. I mean, there's so many streaming services out there, and until the one that spends the most money to stay alive the longest is the winner, right? I mean, eventually that's what it'll essentially become. So, who has the capital to be able to survive the amount of competitors in the field, and who brings enough content?
I honestly think Game Pass was a good gambit because they were getting absolutely trounced. They had to do something like that. So, but I really think that, I honestly think it's so bad because like if you're not part of that walled garden, if you're not invited in the Microsoft area, like platform, you do not sell video games. And we saw that with Final Fantasy 16 being released recently, right?
Yep, that's true.
It sold apparently it sold like nothing. Now I don't know how true that actually is. There's maybe some questions on that, and I think we
might have to take a look at what the actual numbers are, but given that there's been no media on what has happened, coming out with
Mhm.
Final Fantasy 16, I would assume that there's probably low numbers there
I also think like the shadow drop on
or
Xbox
mediocre.
might have been a bad
Yeah, that's also probably true.
because yeah, and but like I think Microsoft has just conditioned their user base to not buy games, and that
Yeah,
that works for Game Pass, but it doesn't work if you're trying to make money off of software, right? So
it's true. I mean,
if
that's very
if
true.
you wanted to sell consoles, yeah, I think it's a great value, but like your console isn't selling because you took way too long kind of making that Game Pass library a thing, and now you're paying for it.
Yeah, yeah. Now yeah, exactly. Well, and they've got all these uh, developers now on this payroll that need to
Mhm.
produce, and
And
can they realistically
they can't
actually make
recoup
money
that
off
from
of this?
from
Yeah,
Game Pass. I think
yeah,
I think them buying Activision Blizzard is what basically turned them into a third party publisher. Um, I
yeah.
really do. Like, you can't spend that much money and then have your boss go like, not be like,
No,
"What the fuck are you doing?" You know what I mean? Like,
I yeah. There's no way, and I mean, I'm assuming. I mean, even given everything that's happened before that, I wonder how much the actual price of Activision Blizzard was before the big mess, and then is that,
yeah, like the
I guess
opportunity cost. You mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
I wonder if, I mean, I guess I would assume that whole Activision Blizzard mess is what brought this whole deal to the table in the first place. Like, I don't know if the sale would have ever even come to fruition if the big debacle would have happened.
I think it would have came through. But like Jim Ryan making a huge stink about it and it getting tied up in the courts is for like 2 years because they announced that in like
Yeah,
2022, right? And it finally
yeah,
went
they
through in
did.
like or like 2021.
Yep.
So like, yeah, I just think if that didn't get tied up in the courts the way it did, I think we would have been. I think you would have seen like a different Microsoft and a more aggressive one too. But the fact that it got tied up so long, it cost them dearly because they couldn't support their catalog anymore without it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they couldn't. So,
Um, yeah, so yeah, I
I
think
mean,
it was a good
I guess
idea,
luckily
but
they have Call of Duty. I mean, I
Mhm.
guess the best way to say it, it's so funny because Call of Duty just is not so much not my thing
Yeah, I hate Call of
anymore.
Duty.
It was when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Man, whenever, I mean, Modern Warfare 2 came out, oh man, and even the original Call of Duty, the World War II Call of Duty, I mean, playing that multiplayer on PC, it was one of the coolest experience I've ever had. And then Modern Warfare 2 was just a progression of that. Um, I had so much fun playing those games, but now I don't know if it's just I'm older.
it's just
Maybe
not
that's
for
the
me. I
case.
don't
I
think
just
it.
don't enjoy that type of game anymore.
Yeah, it's just not for me. Um, Now Microsoft. The crazy thing is, like, Microsoft is still probably like handily in second place, with how much money they're making off of like Activision Blizzard, like anything to do with anything to do with like Call of Duty. Obviously, you make money hand over fist. It is
Sure,
still
sure.
like the most popular item, and like even on the PlayStation Store, like Forza Horizon was one of the best selling games or the best selling game on
Yeah, which is
PlayStation.
crazy. It's crazy to think that a arcade car game had as much sales as it did.
Hmm.
Honestly,
Yeah, I
you wouldn't
agree.
you wouldn't think that market would be so large. I guess is
Well, I
the best way to put it.
I think a lot of it is like the novelty of one of Xbox's like premier studios or premier franchises is now on PlayStation. It's same with Gears. I'm gonna buy Gears of War
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
PlayStation. Like that is crazy. That's like
Sure, sure, sure.
that is a piece of history.
Yep.
So yeah, it's cool, man. But like
I have a lot to say about Gears of War, I will say. It is crazy to think that Gears of War is going to be on a
a rival platform.
Sony-based hardware. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And like if Microsoft wanted, they could be a little bit more bullish, and you're seeing that with like the Outer Worlds pricing. I don't know if you saw that.
Yep.
It's like an $80 price tag.
Yep.
Um, they could be a little more bullish in order to try and get like subs over to Game Pass or whatever, right? But like, yeah, it's just it is nuts.
It is nuts. It's pretty crazy. I don't know. I don't know. The whole video game software horizon right now is just so up in the air crazy
What I think is
that it just
interesting.
kind of it's such a big change from what it's ever been.
Oh, for sure.
And there's no sign of that changing.
What I think is very interesting is the kind of like confluence that we're seeing between Western developers and Eastern developers. And I've already said this once, but like I really do think we're in a Japanese or Eastern developer renaissance because they're making some crazy shit. Like everything's kind of
Yeah.
unique and it's interesting, and like I love the PlayStation showcase just for that reason. Like everything was kind of different. Even like
Yep.
Capcom. Remember back in the day when
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Crapcom? Like we used to like shit on
Yeah.
Capcom all the time.
Yeah, it actually, I mean, the amount of quality content coming out of, yeah, I mean, just about every Japanese studio right
Mhm.
now, other than, I mean, you could say that Square is probably not having the best time right now, but I mean, Capcom, SNK, Bamco, I mean, all of the major developers are coming out with some just great ideas. I mean,
Mhm.
unique ideas that is sorely missing right now in the age of sequel/remake.
Mhm.
Um,
I would even argue. I don't even think Square Enix is doing poorly. I think their expectations are so out of whack that they don't know what they're doing. I don't like. I'm serious. Like selling 3 million units in Final Fantasy 16 in like 3 days. That is incredible.
Yeah, it is.
But they're upset about it. They're like, "Oh, it didn't meet expectations." What the hell? You're sold on You sold it to a platform with at the time 40,000 or 40 million, sorry, user base or install base. Like that is a huge.
It's a huge boon.
Mhm.
And I do feel like, at least when it comes to mainline Final Fantasy games with
Mhm.
Square, I mean, I enjoyed 16. Was
Mhm.
it my favorite? No. Is it in my top Final Fantasies? No, not
Mhm.
really. It was a unique experience, though. There hasn't, there still has not been a boss fight like the Ifrit freaking Titan
Oh yeah, the
fight
every
in
Titan fight.
16.
Yeah, if
Dude, I mean, amazing.
Mhm.
I mean, never had an experience like that in a video game. So there's some definitely glimmers of hope there.
Mhm.
So it'd be interesting to see, with the success actually of Expedition 33, and with other turn-based things like the stuff that Atlas has been doing. I would love to see another turn-based Final Fantasy come back to that, like Final Fantasy 17 if it was turn-based. I
Final
feel like
Fantasy
it would
9
just sell
remake,
like
please.
gangbusters. Or that, yeah. I mean,
So
Final Fantasy 9 remake would be great.
so I saw this comment the other day, and I'm wondering what your thoughts are on it. But like someone was like saying, "Man, every turn-based RPG should be um exactly like Expedition 33." And I actually kind of disagree with that.
I actually very much disagree with that. I think that, though, what Expedition 33 does is great,
Mm.
I don't see myself enjoying every single turn-based game being a active. I the active based part of the game is great, but what is the part I dislike the most about Expedition 33?
Mhm.
The active base of the combat.
Yeah, I think
Personally, that is the biggest thing that I disliked about the game. Not to say that the parry system was bad or the dodge system was bad. I thought it was great. I think it's great for the turn-based system.
Mhm.
But what part did I dislike the most about the game? Honestly, it's that.
Yeah,
Just because I felt like I had to be engaged at all points in time, and there wasn't really a time that I could sit back and chill for a bit, you know?
I think yeah, I agree with you, and I just layer onto that a little bit more. The fact that it kind of invalidated any. There's no defensive build option
Yes, completely agree. It
because like
kind of
you can't like
it reduced the build quality or
Mhm.
the build quantity that you can do,
Mhm. like the
or the build
the parallel I can draw.
build diversity, I
Yeah,
guess.
the parallel I can draw to that is in Trails of Cold Steel. You can build someone who's like purely evasion based, like never gets hit and counterattacks constantly, and just like an absolute friggin' monster. And it's great. You can also do that sort of in Expedition 33 ish, but like you have to be there for it, and there's no like mechanic like that, right? Like you can't just
Right.
focus on other portions like crit base and stuff like that. Like I just think I think what Expedition 33 did was great. I just don't think it should be the thing that always happens,
No,
right?
and I don't think I don't think that I think people should look at Expedition 33 as a template to show you that there is more to turn-based systems
Hmm.
that can be done. Um, and it doesn't have to be a parry system. It could
Yeah.
be something else active, right? It does not have to be a parry dodge system that invalidates. I mean, that's the cool thing about, Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. I mean, having shell and having wall and having region and having those types of setups to be able to survive certain things. It just
Mm,
adds to the fun, right?
yeah.
Um, I don't know. But I agree. I think what it does is great. But having it in everything, I disagree.
I think you have to activate it too.
Oh, do I?
Yeah. So I would be interested to see what they do with another Final Fantasy, or like what they do with the Final Fantasy 9 remake. Maybe they'll kind of evolve that.
Yeah.
Um, hopefully they do. Like I would love to see a turn-based there. I still think that Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is the best combat system of any JRPG. And I
Final
love
Fantasy. Oh, I completely agree.
and I love like the Trails games, and they're all turn-based, so like but um I agree. I want to see what they can do with turn-based combat in Final Fantasy game again.
I would love to see it. I mean, and it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't have to be Final Fantasy that does it, right? I mean, I say Final Fantasy because it's one of my favorite franchises. It's definitely the most prominent turn-based game, probably when in popular culture. Um, but I just want to see more turn-based games, right? I mean, I
Hmm.
love the Persona games. I loved, Metaphor ReFantazio. Having more outlets for turn-based, I think is just. I mean, that's my favorite genre. So
Mm, absolutely, yeah.
please expand.
Do better.
Do more, do better.
You should just play
And
the
don't
Digimon
don't
game that's coming out.
is it I've never played a Digimon Stories game.
They're good. It's turn-based. It's like they're like Pokemon. It's like budget Pokemon, so.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh what about so this is ignorance here.
Yeah.
Is the Digimon story stuff the same as the Monster Hunter stories type stuff? Like is it built the same way, or are
No,
they
no.
just related by name and I'm making an association that's
You're
not
just
there?
making a weird
Okay,
association, yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Um,
Like I didn't know
Digimon.
if it was like the same setup with like it was like, oh, this is a Monster Hunter Stories game, this is a Digimon Stories game.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know if that was like a thing.
I don't know why they call it that, to be honest. Like why the, why it's the same, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're I love this Digimon Stories games. They're really good.
Well, then I'll have to check it out.
Are you gonna so? I'm gonna jump on a random a little bit. I'm really fucking mad at Nintendo because for a couple of reasons, but mainly, so they just announced a delay for Trails Beyond the Horizon because they're putting a Switch 2 version out. And I'm so pissed because now I have to wait another few months for it. But
I
are you gonna play the new Trails in the Sky first chapter, which is
I will.
Yeah.
I am very excited about that. And that's this year, right?
yeah, that comes out in September.
Yeah, I am quite excited about that. I'm very much looking forward. It's actually the reason why I'm not playing a Trails game right now. So once I can get my hands on that and play it, I will be happy because I've played a modded version of the original that I modded with the original voice actors from the Japanese version, which was phenomenal. I just didn't want. I was in the middle of playing that when that got announced, and I was like, "Oh, well, then I guess I'll wait."
Yeah.
I guess I'll wait.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. So far, all of the voice actors are returning. It seems like. So like Johnny Young Bosch is in
Cool.
there, and yeah. So I even think, Matt Mercer is coming back. So
Cool.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for people who haven't played the series before, and I'm excited for people to get into like the Trails games.
Yeah,
But
I hope.
Fuck you,
kind
Nintendo.
I hope that it brings more audience to what's obviously a giant franchise and a great amount of games. So hopefully that kind of brings them more into the mainline here in the Western audience. So even though I feel like they kind of have been here recently. So
yeah, especially with
I mean, Azure came out and Zero came out and what there's like I felt like 4 came out in the scope of like 2 years.
Yeah, so Azure, Reverie, Zero, Daybreak, and Daybreak 2 all came out in the West, and then Beyond the Horizon.
Yep. Yep.
So, would you mind picking that up? Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope it gets more traction. I think it will. I really feel like they're marketing this game a lot lately.
And rightfully so. I think they can see a pretty a pretty good thing happening there if if for some reason, well, not if for some reason, I mean it just opens up the first part of the story to a general audience again, and it just makes it to where you can sell more stuff,
And it's so good, dude.
And hopefully that's the case, because I'm here for it. I'm definitely excited. I played the first Cold Steel, and I forget who I was talking to, but they were like, okay, well, don't play any other ones until you play through the original stuff. So
it's probably Hop.
So probably Hop.
Yeah, I agree with him. So yeah,
Okay.
I forced him to go through everything. Or not forced him. He's his own man, but I told him to play it, and he
I'm definitely waiting, and I'm excited. So, and I enjoyed very much Cold Steel. I liked what happened at the end of the original Cold Steel. I liked the entire story of it. I liked the characters, so I'm very much excited.
Yeah, it's so good. I freaking love it. I'm excited. I don't want to talk anymore about it because I might just like spoil it. So
you'll just go back and start playing it again.
So I will. The problem is, they're huge games, right? Like I went through it 1 year and like 400 hours just on the Cold Steel series.
Wow.
So
You know, one game that I really actually want to try out that I haven't really gone into was the Yakuza games.
I also haven't played any of the Yakuza games.
I played Zero, and that's it. And I really enjoyed it. So I think it would be fun to play through Yakuza as well. But once again, it's daunting because there's so much of it.
There's so many of them, and time.
Yeah,
Time.
exactly. Time. Don't
Especially with
have enough time.
A new
Just need to
WoW patch.
retire early is really what it comes down to, right?
I'm retiring by 55. Like, there's no way I'm not retiring by 55.
I would love for that to be the case for me, and hopefully that can be the case. We'll see.
Like, yeah, that is my goal. If I have to open up a sweatshop for my children to work in to do it, and so be it.
So be it. That's what it is.
Yeah. I miss dual income too, but I also don't want Courtney to have to work because she's taking care of our children. So you get to you can stay home.
I wish that we were in a position that Megan didn't have to work and she could do gardening all day, and whatever else she wanted to do with animals. But alas, not quite yet.
Society sucks.
It does.
How do we get up?
It does.
What about?
We're still missing the grapples, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True. All right. We're about to get that. I think. Right.
Maybe it's been a while since I've played from scratch.
Yeah. So, I guess staying on the subject, sort of what we've been playing. I did play through. So during Summer Games Fest, there was a Lies of P DLC announcement.
Yes.
I'm playing through Overture right now.
Enjoying it?
It's so oddly enough, I replayed through the game, so I literally just got to the Overture stuff.
Yeah,
shit's hard, dude. Like, it is a hard game. It's a hard Vigi game.
I want to play it really bad. I've just never had the opportunity really of time to be able to play it. Just not enough bandwidth nowadays.
It is a fairly short game, I will say that, like, comparatively to like Elden Ring or whatever.
Oh, that's good.
It's
I mean, and if that's the case, maybe that'll convince me more. You said 25 hours?
Yeah, that was just the original, and that was just me just trying to like
okay.
do as much as I possibly can, right? Like,
that's cool.
So
all right, I was thinking it was more along the 60-ish range.
No, it is. Yeah, it is a pretty short game.
Might put that on my list, but WoW patch and
yeah,
Witcher 3. There's so much going on right now.
The WoW patch is just like, did you see? I know we're tangenting, but like, did you see the list of Shadow Priest changes?
No, I haven't yet. I saw that there were a lot of changes, and I have not taken a look at it yet. I've been so busy at work.
I don't know what all the changes are for Shadow Priest, but I just thought it was so funny. I'm like, there's no way they're reworking Shadow again, right? Like,
that's what you sign up for when you play Shadow Priest, though, right? You're just playing the ever evolving class.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like so much
version of Shadow Priest that somebody enjoyed.
Yeah. Someone's gonna hate it.
Yep, that's exactly right. Somebody will inevitably hate it. But you know what? I feel like when it comes to Shadow Priest, I enjoy the theme of Shadow Priest. I enjoy what it is, and what it does. So no matter the version that we get to play, I'm here for it. So
I also kind of like Shadow Priest. It seems like one of the changes I can share with you that they made was one of the, what was it? There's extra charges on Shadow Crash. I think it was like a 15-second cooldown, 2 charges or something.
Interesting.
So yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Double Shadow Crash would be nice, especially being able to, especially in Mythic Plus. It feels so bad to miss your Shadow Crash and just be completely useless on a trash pack.
Well, even to have it on such a low cooldown, right? Like 15-second
Yeah.
cooldown, just
Yep. That'll be big. That'll definitely help. But what other changes did they make to correct for this change to Shadow Crash
Yeah.
is the question.
yeah, I didn't actually see it.
So we shall see. It sounds good. If they changed nothing and just added another charge to Shadow Crash, I mean, honestly, not terrible. So
I think it'll, yeah. New patch looks pretty cool. So far, it's like all void stuff. I know Tazavesh is coming back. Did you play Tazavesh? Like
yeah, I
Mythic Plus
enjoyed
Tazavesh?
Tazavesh. I enjoyed Tazavesh. Yeah.
The mounts look
I kind of
cool.
want to put together a one button meme raid for us before the new raid comes out.
Oh,
I
that'd
think
be pretty funny.
hilarious.
I would just play Monk or something. I haven't looked at, first of all, I'm not even subbed, but like I haven't looked at any of the, I haven't looked at any of the, like changes or any of my add-ons or anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
so my bad.
I mean, honestly, I haven't really looked at anything when it comes to patches in a while. I've just kind of once we reach the end of a WoW cycle, I try to curb my enthusiasm. Otherwise, I kind of burn out. So
Oh, absolutely. I think I played a little bit longer than you did too, right? Like,
I think you did. I think you did because I pretty much the night that we got AOTC. Oh no, I'm sorry. The night that we got the achievement run done.
yeah, I think that was my last read.
That was that was pretty much the end of it. Megan has done some.
She got 3K.
Yeah, she did. She's been doing. She did Mythic Plus until they got 3K, and then
Mhm.
they've kind of cooled off now. So
Big fan of Mythic Plus.
which I enjoy Mythic Plus. I just don't. I have a hard time investing the time
Mm-hmm.
in it, just because I want to spend my time playing other things than prepping for raid and
Yeah, for sure, for
being
sure.
all consumed by WoW, and not being able to play stuff that kind of helps mellow me out and chill out type thing. So
Yeah, I agree with that. It's hard because like you get through this kind of cycle, and it's exactly what you're talking about. Like having not played anything in so long, I'm like enjoying myself.
Yep.
If this game comes out in September, or like the patch comes out in September or whatever, or even November, like November's pretty bad time. Just saying.
There's just I feel like WoW is always in this state of it's never coming out at a good time. Like it's pretty rare that a WoW patch comes out and there's nothing else going on. You're always having to compromise.
Yeah. Well, there is no compromise in November. It's
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm pretty friggin' sure. Although I think last time I had a child,
That is true.
it was a little different. I played Final Fantasy, so but that was with one child, right? I think 2 children just makes it a little harder.
Yep. It does. It does.
Yeah.
Luckily, I say luckily, we'll not have a child, so.
Yeah, but then what if there's other games you want to play?
What was that?
Right? What if there's other games you want to play, right? That's the same kind of thing. Like, WoW always comes out when... You're right. It always comes out with something.
There's never a good time. You always have to compromise to play it. So, which is fine. I think the best part about every MMO is the people you play it with, right? And luckily we have a really good group of people that come back every time. And
yeah, raid was.
I think I mentioned this
fun,
last podcast. I mean, just having the synergy that we have and the group camaraderie that we have with our group right now. Oh, it's
Oh,
second
makes
to none.
it makes it
It's
so fun, dude.
It really does. It makes preparing and getting all that stuff together so much more worth it.
Hmm.
Being able to have fun with people, literally just go through, do bosses. Who cares
Yeah,
what our progress is, and just enjoying yourself. That's the best part. Um,
I think my problem I was doing a second raid group, and I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore.
yeah, that would be tough.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be stretching yourself a little thin there.
It was only a single
At least
night,
I
but
would.
like I don't want to do it anymore. I'm good.
Be it'd be hard to stretch. That would be a stretch for me. Um, I say that, but I did enjoy doing Final Fantasy 14 raid at the same time.
Hmm.
Once again, because of the people that we were playing with. That's the selling factor for me. So
Well,
as long as I'm doing something consistently with people that I enjoy doing it with, then I'm down for it. I will sacrifice whatever sleep or time I have to make that happen.
yeah, I really enjoyed the Final Fantasy raid, that we did. We did the ultimate too, right? Like that was really fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The Alexander stuff, and
Yeah.
even doing the DSR, that was a lot
I
of
was
fun
gonna say you
too.
were there for DSR, right?
Yep. So really enjoyed that too. Just like
Yeah.
once again, I mean it's a social experience, and if you're in a group of people that you connect with and can easily have fun with, uh, it makes it all worth it.
Speaking of Final Fantasy, have you gotten your Final Fantasy decks in for Magic yet?
Okay, so I got them in the mail today.
Okay.
So they are just sitting there on my coffee table unopened
Oh my
as we do
gosh.
this cast right now.
What
I'm
a
not chomping at the
sacrifice.
bit at all to open those. I know. Talking about sacrifices,
You got a whole box, right? 2
I did.
boxes?
I got a whole box. I got Commander deck as well. Very, very happy with the art. I did open the Commander deck and look at those cards. The art is just amazing.
Yeah.
So, I hopefully I get enough of the art cards. We're gonna try to put a kind of a collage esque thing together and frame it
Okay, that's pretty
in
cool.
the game room. So I think we'll enjoy doing something like that.
Yeah, I have a lot of cards. And I got the Terra deck and the
Yeah.
Cloud deck. And then I'll
The
have,
the equipment cloud deck.
yeah. So the commander decks, yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to, and I've been playing a little bit more too, so that's been fun.
Yeah.
I got a Knights of the Round card that I dropped on Dave and won me the game, so that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Speaking of latency on remote play, by the way, I just did that one remote play, so I didn't get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that was impressive.
I was like, is the latency gonna be that bad? We'll see. And then, sure enough, it.
Yeah.
So for all you out there, if you have a PS5 and you don't want to keep having to move rooms or something like that, the way that my setup is, you can remote play on your PC and it plays at 720. But you know what? Latency's not bad.
Latency's good. I've never actually played remote play. I've never used it.
I play it on my iPad all the time.
Yeah?
And whenever I lay down, go to bed or something like that,
That is wild.
dude, I'll pop in whatever game it is, usually a turn-based game that I can just chill out and play while I'm trying to go to bed or just kind of chill out and relax.
So would you buy the PlayStation Portal?
I would not.
No.
Just because I don't
also-
see the value there.
I also don't see the value there. Other people see it, like it flies off the friggin' shelves. So like,
I guess I don't see
if you
I don't
if
see
you
what
want
I
to.
could do on the PlayStation Portal that I can't do on my iPad. That's what gets me, I guess. And I guess the cost. I guess therein lies the thing. What's the cost of an iPad in comparison to a Portal? I don't know.
How much is an iPad?
It's a good question. I got this iPad a long time ago.
need a
It's
new
like
web.
one of the. It's like an iPad Pro like 3.
Uh,
I got it a long time ago, so it's probably $600.
okay, yeah, I think the Portal's like $299 or something.
We also got to think, you can do a lot more
Yeah,
on
you
the
can definitely
iPad.
do. Yeah, I would not
So
buy the PlayStation Portal personally. I think it's a cool
yeah,
device. I almost did buy it, but I'm like, why am I doing this? And that
yeah.
actually
I
was more
don't.
like my wife was like, "What the hell are you doing? What would you even do that for? Like, you're just gonna go downstairs and play games anyways." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I won't buy it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart. I'll
Yeah.
just buy more Magic cards."
I guess I'll just spend that $300 somewhere else.
Yeah. Gosh, hopefully she doesn't listen to this because I spent a lot of money on Magic cards.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, there's a guy over there.
Okay, so we were talking about MMOs for a little bit and
Mhm.
social stuff. Have you ever played any other MMOs? Like seriously at all?
Not seriously. I played. Actually, that's a lie. I did play WildStar when it was a thing back in the day.
Yeah.
I played
Yeah.
that pretty seriously, but
I played
people are-
a lot of WildStar. I played a lot of Old Republic when it came out.
I never did it played
Um,
that seriously, but I did play it when it came out.
Yeah, our WoW guild at the time decided we were all going to play Star Wars. So we all went over and we played Star Wars, and we played the first raid for about a month, and it
Mhm.
was so buggy and janky that it put a bad taste in everyone's mouth, and then the whole thing just kind of collapsed
And I
after that.
never came back.
Yep, never came back,
That's so funny.
which is too bad. And it's unfortunate the game ended up the way that it did because it was promising. They just did not follow through on the end game. So such is the fate of any MMO.
I just
right?
feel like
So,
I don't know. I feel like any MMO or most MMOs are just like that nowadays. Although I'm trying to get Denzel to play Aeon 2 when it comes out. He used to be a big Aeon player.
yeah. I didn't play Aeon seriously. I did play Aeon.
Uh,
I thought it was fun. I mean, I enjoy most MMOs, but it has to do something pretty special to hook me.
I'm just doing it for Evil. I want to see if I can get him to play the game. It's not anything altruistic or anything like that.
Ulterior motives.
It's like if I can get Dave to play, like, so Andrew, Hop and I, and actually Nathan, Aya, he came back out of the woodwork, and we played HOTS the other day, and that was really fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not a HOTS enjoyer. I'm
Really?
gonna be honest. I would much rather play League than HOTS.
Really?
Yeah, I would. I would much rather play League than HOTS because I feel like HOTS, the scaling.
What's
I feel like you can get steamrolled a lot easier in HOTS than you can in
League.
in League.
God,
Because if you're not having a great game as a team in HOTS, you're kind of sunk because you don't have the levels. The other team is just completely outscaling you, and there's nothing you feel like. At least for me, for the games that I played, and maybe I didn't play enough. I don't know. I know that I have played tons and tons and tons, and he loves the game. And HOTS and Andrew enjoys the game as well. I just could never. I never enjoyed it because I always felt like I was just that my team was always just getting annihilated. And maybe it's because I was playing with those guys and the MMR of the opponents we were playing was so high in comparison to my skill level at the time, and maybe that was the case. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It just never hooked me. Even though I thought the characters were cool, I thought the characters played fun.
I like HOTS.
Didn't.
Oh wait, we can just go. Is this a skip?
Maybe.
I'm gonna see if we can skip. Let's go through it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't know.
Looks like it.
Sick.
So what about Eve? Did you ever play Eve?
No, I have not played Eve. I feel like Eve is like the perfect game for you because you fucking love spreadsheets, but like,
dude, I wish I had friends that played Eve. Whenever Eve originally came out, I sunk so much time into it. it is. I mean, it's right up my alley. I
Mhm.
love spaceships. I love that type of interface. I love the social intrigue. It was just, it's everything that I want in a social sandbox. And I absolutely love the game. And I wish that I knew people that played, because I would play the heck out of that game.
I did not play Eve. I couldn't do it.
Yep. I've tried to convince a few people to play, and it's never drawn them in. And I can see why. It's a tough, you either like it or you hate it, right?
Did you play Lost Ark when it came out?
I played some Lost Ark.
I kind of like that game, and then I realized how like annoying it was to like got paid to play
Yeah.
it or play.
That was the I mean, once you hit the grind in Lost Ark, I was completely out. I was like, okay, well, the class is fun to play, but now I have to grind materials and get a percentage chance of maybe
Maybe not
maybe
blowing up my
upgrading,
weapon.
maybe not. Yeah. So that's kind of the same with like Black Desert, right? I played some Black Desert until I figured out, oh, well, literally the end game is grinding and getting that chance at getting a weapon upgraded or downgraded based on what you like. It just, I don't know. It just, that does not appeal to me. I understand where the draw is, but man, does that not appeal to me at all. So
Yeah, I agree with you. I did enjoy it at the time, but I don't think.
yeah, I mean, same here. I think it reaches that inflection point, right? It's you're having a ton of fun, and then it reaches that point that they're like, okay, well, this is the fun that we've designed in the game, and now are you really invested in having fun? Like, it has the fun we've provided you given you enough value to want to keep playing, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like Lost Ark is literally just Black Desert, but it's third person.
I never played much of Black Desert. It's on Steam. Like, I think it went free to play. I think at some point in time, right?
It's pretty cool, right? I mean, like, the combat in Black Desert is cool. The PvP is pretty cool. It's just it's pretty nuanced. It's just it's also kind of a socially sandboxy type game as well. Not as much as Eve is per se, but it's also a huge grind. Whereas I feel like Eve does have its grindiness to it, but also there's so much content available in Eve that you can you kind of just, I don't know. Eve is really good about you make your own content. They just kind of like, hey, here's a lot of stuff you can do. Have fun. And
yeah, that's cool.
That's what I like about the game, honestly, because you can do all kinds of different stuff in the game. So
yeah, I
just need more friends that want to play it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my type of game.
No, so someday we're gonna play.
All right, we'll do it for the show.
We'll totally do it.
I wanna, yeah. There's a long laundry list of games I accidentally put down. I say accidentally, but I'm like, man, I'd love to play this with someone, or I'd love to do this. So I get it. God. Well, that was a long ass tangent off of the first game at Summer Games Fest. Which was Code Vein.
Yeah, you're right. You mentioned Code Vein, and then we just off we went.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what we do. We do tangents. Anybody can just yap about the news. Did you see the?
That's true.
Did you see the? I'm skipping ahead because whatever. But did you see the Mickey Mouse? The Mickey Mouse with a gun game. That's what I put it down. It's Mickey Mouse with a gun. Oh, what's it called?
I can't remember the name of it, but I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Mouse PI for hire.
Yes, Mouse PI for hire.
Oh my god. I'm like, this seems like something that Murph and I need to play for Extra Life or something, if it's possible. Like,
original ideas.
Original ideas. Chicken Police was fun though. Like, that was a great game to play.
Chicken Police was fun.
I think we're gonna play it for longer next year.
I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. I thought that the whole setting was hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
That game is gonna be a lot of fun.
1 second.
Now Pragmata though,
Oh yeah.
that came out of the woodworks, just like it just like a phoenix rising from the ashes of death, coming out of nowhere. I don't think anybody was expecting to see Pragmata
I love.
again.
Yeah,
Ever.
I'm excited for that. I saw a couple of previews. I still don't know what that game plays like, even after looking at the previews, and I don't want to kind of look anymore because I'm like, you guys kind of got me. I'm
kind of
intrigued.
the same way. I definitely want to get an idea of what I'm getting into though.
Yeah.
Before, so I watched a video of somebody that was talking about, because they couldn't show any gameplay, but they were talking about what the demo was like.
Mm.
And
Was that
apparently,
the IGN guy?
No, it was Maximilian Dude.
Okay.
He's one of my favorite content creators. But so apparently, so it's supposed to be third person over the shoulder, and you have the girl on your back, and the girl on your back hacks things. So you have like this hack mini game happening, but while she's hacking something, you're also fighting something.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So you have your X square triangle circle that's playing the hacking game, and then you have your joysticks and your triggers that you're playing the main character. So you have this hacking game happening at the exact same time as the actual action part of the game is happening as well.
Dude, that is crazy.
And as yeah. So and he goes, Max was saying something along the lines of, I know that sounds crazy, but it's one of those things where you just kind of have to do it, and you kind of get into this like flow state, and you just kind of want more, is what he was saying. So pretty interesting. It sounds crazy. So I would love to see, because once again, that kind of sounds like something right up my alley.
Yeah,
I'm doing a puzzle and I'm playing third person action.
That
Please,
sounds
I wanna
friggin'
do that.
awesome.
Yeah, it does. So it
Yeah.
sounds pretty fun. So
I wanna try
I
that.
am excited, more excited for that game than I originally was in general. So I'm pretty excited. It sounds fun.
Yeah. All right. Say no more, fam. I'm good
Yep.
for it.
On top of that, I mean, I'm a sucker for third person sci-fi. I love seeing and actually, I will say this: I will take a third person game over a first person game any day.
Well, okay, so let's skip ahead even further, I guess, and talk about Resident Evil. So Resident Evil 9 got an announcement, and it's coming out in February, which is also pretty crazy. I didn't think it was going to come out that fast.
Yep, that's pretty quick, especially it being pretty much radio silence for a while.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially with how fast I feel like Resident Evil, and I mean, it kind of feels like Resident Evils have been coming out because they've been doing the remakes, and Village came out, and the 4 remake came out. It was pretty hype, and yeah, now we have RE9.
So Village was a first person game, and then they added third person to it, like think in an update or a patch or something. I heard that this one is both first person and third person, like you can swap between the two. I know like the more modern Resident Evil games kind of lend themselves to being first person, right? Like the 7 in Village and stuff like that.
Right.
So I don't know how to roll, but that's pretty cool. I prefer the third person games myself.
I do too. I enjoy seeing my character. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I enjoy seeing my character. I especially enjoy being able to change what my character looks like. I mean, that's one of my favorite things about Rebirth, is seeing everyone's new weapons and everything like that. That's one of my favorite, and that's that's a holdover, of course, from the original. Just the only cosmetic change was the weapons. But I don't know. I just enjoy watching the cosmetic change of my character. And that's and you know, I originally enjoyed playing like Destiny and that type of thing. I did enjoy playing Destiny, but you know, the third person aspects of a shooter just makes more sense to me. I don't know, especially
Yeah.
if it's like story driven.
Yeah.
I just enjoy that more. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm excited for. So I love the reveal. Like there was a Resident Evil 9, like, oh, give us a blink more or something like that. They literally said that in the, like, just a blink more time or a little bit more time. And then they shared it again at
Yep.
the end.
And 20 minutes later.
Yeah. It looks like we're going back to Raccoon City.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
I don't know if Leon is in the game yet.
I was definitely expecting when I saw Raccoon City,
Mhm.
at least I think there wasn't there like a sign or something that said Raccoon City.
Yeah.
I was definitely expecting to see Leon.
Yeah, so was
again.
I.
I was like, all right, surely they'll show Leon at the end or something.
Mhm.
But maybe they're saving that for later, or maybe Leon isn't involved. Who knows?
Yeah, who
But,
knows? I'm excited for it. It'll be good.
Yep, me too.
I think, yeah, and there's a couple other. Actually, there's a lot of horror games at Summer Games Fest. There's like End of Abyss,
Yep.
which is, I think, from, I'd have to double check, but from the studio that did the Silent Hill remake. So yeah, this just seems like a lot of horror games that came out of the woodwork.
Yeah, and I'm not the biggest fan of horror
Mm-hmm.
games in general. I don't like being scared. It's not really my thing.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But I really enjoyed playing Dead Space. I thought that was a blast.
I still haven't played Dead Space.
Oh man, the first Dead Space, even like I haven't played the remake, but I'm sure I mean, if it's anything like the original, I loved that game, and I hate horror games, and I just thought it was a blast. So
yeah,
really enjoyed it. Slow paced.
I've never played it.
Cool story. You know, there's mystery involved. There's some shooting involved. It's atmospheric. I don't know. Yeah, I loved the original Dead Space. Now Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3, not at least for me, not my cup of tea.
A little softer on those ones.
Yeah, especially Dead Space 3. It might as well not have been the same game.
Oh, that sucks. That's always
that's
a feels bad moment.
Kind of like Lost Planet. I like the original Lost Planet.
I never played.
Did you ever play Lost Planet? Oh man, I love Lost Planet. Did you ever play Lost Planet?
I was in the Crapcom days, right? Like,
but Lost Planet was good.
oh, maybe. I've never played it. I played it. I think my brother had it at one point in time. It took place in the snow, right?
Yeah, you're in the snow and you had to kill things to
survive
get their
and
heat.
Get the heat. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I remember that.
Pretty cool idea. Pushed you along. Fun little story. It wasn't a long game or anything like that, so it was just a good fun time.
I really want them to just do something with the Breath of Fire franchise.
I do too.
Like with all the RPGs and stuff like that are coming out, just come on, it's time.
Yep, I am all here for as many RPGs as we can get. Please give them to me. I feel like I've luckily been able to play a lot of the major ones here lately.
Hook them to my veins.
Yep. I'm trying to think of. I'm not looking at my list.
I have it on.
But Pragmata was very surprising.
What about? Did you see the puppet one? The puppet story about a boxing puppet.
Oh yes,
Felt That Boxing is what it was called.
Yeah, that looked really fun.
That game looked friggin' ridiculous.
It looked, and the crazy thing is it looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like we're like, it almost didn't even seem like a game, right? It was crazy good. So I don't know what type of experience that's gonna be, but man, it just looked like a fun game, a fun video game.
There was an Atomic Heart announcement. Did you ever play Atomic Heart?
I never played the original Atomic Heart. It looked like Fallout ish, and Fallout isn't really my favorite type of game, though I
Mhm.
think it's probably the only reason I say it looked like Fallout is it just kind of did, I guess. But
Yeah,
I know
it
that
had
it probably didn't
Fallout
play anything
vibes.
like it. But
Wait, am I going the right way? I'm
no.
not. There was also like apparently an MMO called The Cube in that universe. So I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I thought it was gonna be a BR
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be in
for a
VR
second
too.
there, but I guess it's more of a survival
Dude,
type
speaking
game. It
of
looks like.
BRs, did you see this like the Splitgate dev come out and he's like being all
Oh
edgy and stuff
yes,
like that? He's like, play ours
yes,
because it's different and it's awesome, and
yeah.
it ends up being a friggin' uh it ends up being like a battle royale game set to the soundtrack of like Imagine Dragons, which is like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't different at all. This is like every shooter in the last like decade.
Yep. Yep.
So I respect what you're
I
trying to
have
do,
heard a lot
Splitgate,
of
but
I have heard a lot of positive things from Splitgate,
mm,
Splitgate 2, when it comes to that type of thing. But once again, it's just I'm just not a first person shooter fan.
yeah, I don't care about
Not anymore, at
first-person
least.
shooters.
Not anymore. I have gotten that completely out of my system, I guess. So
Yeah, same. I'm not a fan of first-person shooters.
oh, I will say
Other
I
than maybe
did.
Borderlands, I might play, but
I'm not gonna play Borderlands. I played Borderlands 3, and I told myself I was like, this is probably the last Borderlands game I'm gonna play. Whenever I was playing 3, I I don't know. I think that it has some cool, funny humor. There's some cool ideas, but
mhm.
other than that, I don't know.
I
Like,
actually hope the humor doesn't come out to play. You know what I mean? Like,
sure, sure.
yeah, just leave it at home.
I
Here's a
I don't
repair.
know. There's yeah. It's I don't know if I can nail down what it is exactly that I just don't like about Borderlands. I can't decide if it's like I
No,
mean
it
the
was
guns are
Borderlands 3.
fun.
I'm telling you, like, I can nail down. It was Borderlands 3. Like that.
Okay, well maybe that's what it is.
That
Then.
writing was just, I don't know. It felt like they were trying too hard or something. They were trying to replicate the magic of Borderlands 2,
Yeah, yeah.
and they didn't do it successfully. So
They didn't, and it just wasn't. I don't know. Even just the gameplay just wasn't. I was like, I was not enjoying myself, and so I
Mhm.
never picked up Tiny Tina's.
Did you disconnect or you
My
just
game
walked
just
into a
crashed.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, my game crashed.
Uh,
Oh, now I'm back.
nice.
Um, I never. I'll check over here real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't enjoy what I was doing
Mhm.
in the game. I don't know.
I was gifted Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I never installed it. I hope the person who gifted it to me isn't listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Borderlands 3 just put too much of a sour taste on my mouth
Mhm.
to enjoy wanting to play Tiny Tina's or anything else that came out after that. So,
What
but who
about
knows? Borderlands 4 might be great, and maybe I'll try it. But
yeah?
I don't see myself doing that.
As a co-op game, I think I'd much rather play um, Marvel Cosmic Invasion because that game looks so good.
Yeah, it does look good.
I love the
It does
Dotemu
look good.
guys, so I need more of that type of stuff in my life, please. Especially
The
like I don't know. I hope it has like a massive character roster. Supposedly it will. So
That'd be really cool. I've been kind of at least when it comes to like the cinematic universe, I've been pretty much out on Marvel stuff at this point. If it's Marvel, I'm just like,
oh,
and
same.
I'm good. I'm not gonna watch it.
That's
But the
kind of why I
games
like
do
it.
look really good.
That's why I like Cosmic
Yeah.
Invasion. I'm like, it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with the cinematic universe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm burnt the hell out on that universe. I was burnt the hell out of it
A
on
lot
the
of people
after the
are.
Avengers. Like,
Yeah, I think a lot of people are. There's just, I don't know. It just kind of got a little too. I don't know. It kind of felt like an anime filler episode. I don't know.
like
That's the best way to
everything,
put it. Like
everything after, yeah. Like,
yeah, it just didn't. I don't. It just felt like the story wasn't really going anywhere. There was nothing. I don't know. I can't. Once again, one of those things where I can't really nail down what I didn't like about it. But man, it was not fun to have to try to keep up with any of that stuff. So
well, especially because it's across so many mediums. Like Disney Plus is just like in your face about it.
yep. That's kind of the same thing that happened to Star Wars as well, right? There's just too many things to keep up with.
Oh, and look who owns that too.
Yep, exactly. That's kind of why I segued into that, right? It's like, what? Why are my childhood fond memories getting just monetized up the ass? I know why, because it makes money. But
Yeah,
man, it's
Marvel is
unfortunate.
far and away like the most popular IP.
Yeah.
On the well, actually, one of the actually, I think it was actually Pokemon, for believe it or not, but
That actually would be interesting to see which what is the most popular
yeah,
IP.
I
I
think
feel like Marvel's had to have dropped. At
well,
least in
I
recent
I think in
years.
terms of video games, it's still like super popular, right? Like
No, in terms of video games, yes.
movie IP, I don't
I mean,
think
even
I don't think anybody
no,
gives
yeah,
a shit
movie
about
IP,
the movies
yeah,
anymore.
probably not. Yeah. The real, I mean, even you saw how many people were excited about the the Marvel tag game,
Mhm.
expecting Marvel versus Capcom, of course, and then it not showing that, and then the realization that, oh man, we might not ever see a Marvel versus Capcom, or if that is the case, we won't see one in a long time.
Yeah,
So, and what a crazy name for that too, right? Tokon.
God, it looks so Japanese. I love it.
Yeah, it does. It does. The character designs do look great. The character designs look amazing.
It just looks, yeah, I like it. I think it looks really good. So
I wish I had my list in front of me. I took so many notes.
I have our list. I just don't have your notes in front of me. Oh, Dune Awakening. I think
I will try to pull this up. Oh yeah.
isn't Andrew playing that or something like that now? Or
Yeah, I think Andrew and some of his friends were playing Dune Awakening.
you're up again.
Once again, I love social sandboxes,
Mhm.
but putting that in a survival setting,
I hate survival
I don't
games. I really
that's
do.
that's the thing. I'm not a big survival game fan, though I have had some phenomenal memories from survival games.
Yeah, like Valheim.
Valheim, good memories. Funnily enough, I can't remember the name of that pirate game that came out. We had as a friend group, we had so much fun playing. Atlas is what it was called. It was made by the Arc devs. My goodness, that game, we had so much fun playing that game. It was so janky and bad. But I think that's what added to our fun, I think. But yeah, it's we enjoyed playing some Atlas. But other than that, the survival game genre it's been so overdone that that's just not enjoyable to me at
Yeah,
all.
I just don't like survival games. Is what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Like trying so hard to like. Oh, I'm done.
Pull up my notes. I know. Pull up my notes right now. actually.
Chrono Odyssey. I think that's an MMO or something like that.
Yeah, it looked like it looked, it's so hard to call something an MMO now
Mm.
because nothing is actually an MMO anymore. I feel
Oh,
like.
there's a new Dying Light game. Did you play the Dying Light games? Do you like them?
Okay, I played the original Dying Light. I had fun, but whenever Dying Light 2 came out, I was like, it seemed like more of the same. So I
Mm.
just never really got into it.
Didn't
I guess
vibe
the
with
best
it?
way to put it. Yeah. So for whatever reason, it just never really kind of entered my realm of, oh, this is what I want to play again. I know
Mhm.
that some of my friends really enjoyed it. I just it never really kind of crossed my interest to want to play it.
Mm-hmm. I the only time I play the Dying Light games is um every Christmas. My brother-in-law comes over and we'll just like game, much to the chagrin of my wife, for like I don't know, hours and hours. Last time we did PoE though.
Oh yeah, that would have been fun.
Mm-hmm. We did split screen
The
co-op PoE, or not split
oh
screen,
yeah,
but
that would have been a blast. All of my local friends moved away except for one, so I don't really. And he's got 3 kids, maybe 4 kids now.
he's got a children's.
So he is hooked up.
Mm-hmm. Are you
Um,
a children's?
are you a children's? I so yeah, really the only opportunity I have to like be with people is whenever people take the time to
Um,
travel
Yeah.
to yield
I'm afraid of traveling
house
to the
here
United
and
States right now. Maybe in a little bit.
I'm just afraid of traveling in general. I've always been uh I don't know. Traveling in general has never been my comfort zone.
Not a traveler?
I'm not. Megan very much is. I'm just not.
Really? That's good. That's fine. I don't mind traveling. I just don't like it. I used to travel a lot, especially for work. And I've been like
Yeah.
all over the place. Like I've been to Africa, I've been to Europe, I've been
Oh wow.
oddly enough,
Yeah,
we're in
I've
Asia.
never been really anywhere outside of the country other than Mexico. Um, other than that, that's the only place outside the country I've ever been. Well, I've been to Canada, but very
That
shortly.
counts.
It counts. It counts.
You're supposed to come up this year and then everything went sideways.
Everything did go sideways, and it keeps going more sideways.
It's okay.
So it's a mess.
There's always next time.
There's always next time.
I think Dave might be coming up for business.
That'd be fun. I mean, I was going to come up for business at some point.
Mm,
That kind of fell through. It was sad.
that sucks. That sucks. What else came? Oh, what? So Scott
The
Pilgrim.
game,
Did you see
yeah,
that
Scott
one?
Pilgrim.
Another
did.
co-op game.
I enjoyed playing the original. I like beat 'em ups. Did you ever play Streets of Rage?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. So Streets of Rage really made that was like I was like, oh man, similar type of game. I really enjoyed the original Scott Pilgrim. So I can't wait to play that. Did you see the game? I can't remember which show it was in, but it was called Eric's Home.
No, I didn't. It must have been in
It was
indie,
like a
indie show.
It was like a third person, like isometric stealth game.
Oh wow, yeah, I did
Looked
not
like
see that at all.
It looked like a lot of fun. I highly, I was pretty excited for that. So it looked like, yeah, you had like a team of people and you like, I don't know, had some stealth mechanics in it. It looked like a lot of fun. It was like set in like early 1900s type thing.
Called Eric's Home. Oh, okay, here.
Eric's
The-
Home.
The Stolen Dream.
I believe so.
Oh yeah, okay, that looks cool.
Yeah, that game looked exciting to me. So that one that one was definitely on my radar. Titan Quest 2 also.
I saw that.
I'm yeah, I'm
Did you play the
excited
original?
about that. I played the original.
Yeah.
And I played the DLC. Really enjoyed playing the DLC. Um, so I'm very excited about Titanfall 2. Honestly, any ARPG right now, I'm pretty excited about. I
I'm
usually enjoy playing
yeah.
ARPGs in general. So
Do you do like the min maxy end game stuff or?
I do. Especially, I mean, I will say my favorite in game for an ARPG, and I don't know if it just happened to resonate with me more. But man, did I Diablo 3's in game? I loved it. I thought Diablo 3 in game was so much fun. You got to get different sets and your character changed and
After Reaper, or right, like that end game, like
uh
Reaper of Souls.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that game was really good.
I honestly really enjoyed the game. So
I like PoE. I haven't gotten back to it since the most recent patch. So it might sound like I
I
don't
haven't
actually
yet
like
either.
PoE, but I really do. So
Yeah, I haven't really either gone back to it, but I really enjoyed playing PoE. So and I think there's supposed to be a new patch
there's a PoE
soon-ish. I
one
say
patch that just
soonish.
came out.
Yeah, the
So
PoE 1 patch came out, and then PoE 2 is supposed to be what, 6 months after that, I think. I
yeah,
think they're doing 6 month cycles.
he said four
So,
months in the recent dev
oh,
interview,
is that what it is? If that's the case, then
which is
even better. So,
crazy. Like,
yeah, that is crazy.
uh,
It's crazy. It's crazy to think that a developer, such as GGG, which I mean they are a bigger company now, but
yeah,
just thinking that a developer would maintain development of a previously titled game, I guess would be the best way. Even though they're two kind of separate games in general, that they would keep maintaining that is pretty commendable. Um, Especially because I feel like a lot of games just kind of die, right? You just we're on to number 2, and we're
mhm.
just gonna abandon 1, that type of thing.
uh, Mike Morhame's studio, or maybe it's a publisher, Wildgate.
Yeah,
That was shown briefly in the
yeah.
Gamescast. That's like a first-person shooter, kind of like space pirating. I don't know. It looks cool. Like
It does look
it
cool.
looks like a new concept. Once again, not a first-person shooter fan, but
Yeah, I'm apprehensive just because it's first person and it's PvPvE based type thing. So I know that if my interest is there, my interest is there because the setting looks great
mhm.
and it looks like what you're doing is going to be fun. But whether or not what whether or not the gameplay loop is fun or not, that's really going to be the tell all
Yeah.
of whether or not it's worth the time investment or not.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. It just looked interesting because like you're trying to like board other people's ships and grab stuff, and it
Yep.
just looked cool. It looked interesting.
It
I
does look
just
like a
think
lot
it's
of fun.
neat.
Yeah, it does look like a lot of fun. And it kind of makes me think of Deep Rock Galactic, honestly.
No, I have that game, but I've
Um,
never played it because I have it on PlayStation
oh really?
Plus. So,
Yeah. Yeah, Deep Rock Galactic
okay, I got my head caved in.
a lot of fun, especially but that's more of a co-op experience. It's kind of like is almost like if it's Deep Rock Galactic with PvP is almost kind of what it felt like. So,
What about?
yeah, it looks pretty fun.
It kind of reminded me, like Deep Rock, kind of reminded me a little bit of like an Extraction, like almost like a Helldivers type game. When I was
Yeah,
looking at it,
it's actually very very similar. You go in, you perform X objectives, you collect a whole bunch of stuff, and then you try to get out. And usually the difficulty escalates as time goes on. So
okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I want to try that.
Deep Rock would actually be a fun podcast game to play together.
Certainly a lot easier to play than what we're doing. We're dumb.
This is requires some focus for sure.
Yeah, we're just like kind of kind of winging it.
But it facilitates. I don't know. It's the driver for the conversation, I guess. Maybe not so. Maybe I mean I
think
feel like we're driving our own conversation, but
I think we're just growing some skill, man. Like we're getting good. Type
That's
of
true.
Thing. How many people do you know that can do like a random podcast while also playing a really hard game like Returnal?
Yeah, true. Not many.
Right? Like we're just ballers.
We're just that good.
Did you see the
looking at true
the Wu-Tang game?
True amazing skill.
Wu-Tang Clan game.
Yeah, I did. You know what I thought that was? I thought that was Def Jam.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought it was a new Def Jam game.
I was like, oh no, another Def Jam! I can't wait. And it wasn't Def Jam. It made me sad.
I played a lot of Def Jam actually when I was.
I did too. Okay, did you ever play the game The Bouncer?
Oh, the Square Enix game, or I guess it was Squaresoft at the time. I never played the Bouncer.
Yeah, it was Squaresoft. Man, that also, like another like beat 'em up type game. I don't know why, but me and my friend had so much fun playing that game.
That was like
The Bouncer.
Yeah,
I can't believe that just kind of got pulled out of the ether in my mind there. I don't know why I remembered of The Bouncer.
The Bouncer of all things.
I played the heck out of that game.
We never played The Bouncer. We played what's it called? We played a lot of what's that game called? It was a Capcom game that kind of reminded me of The Bouncer. I don't know. Chaos Legion. Chaos.
Oh, yes.
The Devil May Cry ripoff by Capcom. Oddly enough.
Yep.
Way to go, Capcom. You ripped off your own game. I think it was made by Capcom.
I want to say you're right. Could totally be wrong. But that does sound correct.
That game was so ridiculous. Especially like the final boss and level. Like, I don't know. You just have to. It was so jank. Man, PlayStation 2 games were jank as hell.
Dude, there was a game. Now you're really bringing some. There was a game on Xbox that me and my friends played. It was a third-person shooter game, and you fought a whole bunch of demons. I don't remember what it was. There were like rocket launchers. We fought the last boss, and we had like, I don't know, like 40 lives or something. It was like a lives-based game. We spent all 40 lives on the last boss or whatever. But man, that for some reason you just reminded me of that game. I don't know why.
I can't remember what that one's called.
I honestly, it was obscure. And the funny thing was, it was actually a game that we rented from Blockbuster, and we only had it for the weekend. So it was one of those weekends where the perfect 90s weekend, right? You literally, your friends were over, all you did was play video games, eat pizza, drink soda, and your mom was upset with you the whole time because you weren't going outside and you were playing video games. Like, it was like the ultimate childhood memory for me, because that's all we did.
God, I want to do that so bad. Courtney's going on.
You do, man.
Courtney's going away to the cottage in a couple of weeks, and so she's taking Mira. So I'm just gonna.
You're free.
Degenerate. Yeah. So I think I mentioned that last time too.
Sounds like I do need to make a trip to Canada.
Dude, you should, man. Doors open.
That would be a blast.
Other than that, I can't think of anything from the Summer Games Fest. Oh, there's wait, was that in that one? Oh, they brought up the 007 Hitman collab, but that was a cock tease.
Yeah. Other than that, I was not very impressed with what Summer Games Fest showed. I was expecting more. I was expecting to see like Final Fantasy 9. Honestly, I was really hoping to see Final Fantasy 9.
I was hoping to see something. Square Enix they announced they were at the show, and they were doing Killer in a murder mystery action game, kind of like Among Us type thing.
Yeah.
And my only note there,
I'm trying to think
it's like I'm so mad.
I was trying to think of when they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake. When was that
That was
done?
10
Like,
years
at what
ago.
I know it was 10 years ago. But I'm
E3.
saying, oh, it was at E3. Okay.
Yeah, it was
okay.
basically 10 years ago. At E3, 10 years ago, like last week or something like that.
What about what about Rebirth? When was Rebirth announced?
So
Was that at Tokyo Game Show?
that was at TGC, yeah. So TGC is probably when they'll announce something like that.
Okay.
Um,
Because I was like, it just kind of felt like, I don't know. I feel like Jeff Keighley was kind of getting the bottom of the barrel stuff there for his show. There's kind of more hype going on at the Xbox show and at the PlayStation show than there really was with Jeff's show. At least for me.
oh man, I want to get into the Xbox show because I agree with you. There's a couple of games that I was excited about at Jeff's show, but like, yeah, they had a lot of filler.
Yeah.
I feel like,
yeah.
In between, like,
Which is funny because I
items.
didn't feel that way from the PlayStation show, and I was like, "Oh man, if Summer Game Fest is anything like this, it's going to be a great weekend." And
Well,
it
you're
immediately
right.
was
If
not.
if Summer Games Fest was anything like that, you would be right.
Yeah,
But Summer Games Fest was not like that. It was trash.
Nope.
I
it was.
don't want to say trash, but it wasn't
There
that great.
Yeah. There were some glimmers there, but in general, it was kind of like eh. And maybe it was just games that I just wasn't interested in.
Yeah.
But
What? Trying to go through the list. Yeah.
well, if we want to do
definitely.
Xbox,
Let's
I
go to
do
Xbox.
remember seeing Xbox Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah.
I love the original Outer Worlds. I thought it was so much fun.
They're charging $80 for Outer Worlds too.
Okay, I'm not an $80 fan of Outer Worlds 2. I am now less excited for Outer Worlds 2.
I think that really is just to push people to Game Pass. I don't like
and,
that,
yeah.
but I understand why they're doing it.
Maybe so, but I also, we also, see Nintendo seeing that the value is there.
Oh yeah, another
know.
thing about I fucking hate Nintendo so much right now. Not a huge fan. Between Nintendo just jacking up the prices, not including video games on their, or
they
like
have
actual
no video
games.
games. Yeah, I mean, maybe it would be justified if you had more than one game on your console.
Well, they do, and I'm saying this like a
right.
sarcastic shit, but like,
Yeah.
they have a Square Enix like second or third party in Bravely Default Flying Fairy, which is a remaster, or barely a remake, right? Like, I just don't think they can charge $80 for games. On top of that, though, those fuckers. On top of that, though, the delay that Trails Beyond the Horizon is experiencing, it's also $10 more on the Switch too.
Golly.
And it doesn't come with the game
I don't understand.
Dude, Nintendo gets away with murder. I swear to God.
And they're selling those consoles like no one's business as well. Like, I'm actually surprised that the demand is there. I mean, obviously their market analysis is correct. But good gracious, I honestly cannot believe that there are people out there that are wanting to buy a Switch 2 for the sole purpose of playing Mario Kart.
Yeah. I'm not a...
And
listen,
I
Mario
will
Kart's
say
fun. It's fun, but it's not...
Mario Kart is fun. And this version of Mario Kart does look like a fantastic version of Mario Kart. You got to hand it to them. That game does look great.
Yeah.
Does it evoke a feeling in myself that I need to buy a console to play it? No.
No, there's nothing that they have right now that makes me want to buy it. My friend even put one aside for me, and like he was gonna, like, he signed up for like the Switch Online or the Switch, like, this basically the PlayStation Direct equivalent.
Yep.
And so he got one. I'm like, he's like, do you want this? I'm like, no, I'm just gonna buy Magic Cards. Thanks though.
Honestly, a more fun investment.
Yeah. I'm having more fun with Magic Cards. Appreciate you.
Thanks, but we'll go with something else.
Yeah, I can't stand
Maybe,
Nintendo. They get away with murder.
yeah, maybe later on if there's something, I don't know. If there's something that it makes me want to buy a Switch 2, maybe I will entertain the idea, maybe. But it's gonna.
I can't think of
It just
anything
needs
that
more
would.
games.
So, I know we said we talk about the Xbox showcase, but they invoke anger in me because they also raised their prices to $80. Like listen, I understand like games have been cheap for so long. I get it. I really do.
Sure.
Some
sure.
games deserve to be $80. I get it. But Mario
Yep.
Kart doesn't.
No.
So
No, I
that's where I'm at.
I don't think so either. Though I do think there's a lot of content in this Mario Kart game. I don't know if Mario Kart is an $80 game.
Mhm.
At least it's not for me.
Yeah.
So
I guess value is in whoever buys it. God, Nintendo gets away with murder.
It's in the eye of the beholder for sure. So
God, I
Who
hate you,
knows?
Nintendo. Anyways, High on Life 2 was also announced at the Xbox Game Showcase.
Yep.
Oh my
I think. Did you play the original?
No, I didn't.
Do you like Rick and Morty?
I do.
So
I would play it. I honestly would. And the guns in High on Life 2 look phenomenal. There's like a
yeah,
boat.
they do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's actually a game that I am very very interested in. So I was happy to see it there. I enjoyed the original High on Life, so I think that this is just an added bonus to the original High on Life.
Yeah. I always thought it was cool because of the like I said, because of the guns. The guns looked awesome, and the fact that they had like faces.
Yeah,
get
they're
that.
talking to you and everything. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's coming out. That's on Game Pass. Oh, one thing I did note here, in a lot of my notes here, is which ones are coming to Game Pass and which ones are also coming to PlayStation. So like Outer Worlds is coming to PlayStation. It's coming to Game Pass. High on Life is coming to PlayStation. So Plague Tale Legacy was announced.
That I enjoy the Plague Tale games. I think they're a lot of fun.
I've never played them.
They're pretty good. They're not. I mean, the story's great. The characters are good. But I think they're maybe a little long. If you're trying to do like all the side stuff, they kind of drag. At least they did for me. But I did enjoy playing both. What was it, Requiem? The original Plague Tale and Requiem, I think. So
I gotta get rid of this shotgun before the boss. Hopefully there's a gun at the top of the stairs here.
What was the? There was like a. Well, what's next on the list? Maybe
next on the list is the ROG Xbox handheld, which isn't an Xbox, and anybody who says it's an Xbox is probably deluding themselves. It's just a Rogue Ally.
It's a Rogue Ally with some Xbox panache.
Yeah. If you have Xbox games or like Xbox console games and you buy this thing, you're not going to be able to play those games. Sorry.
Yeah. It's literally just an ROG Ally.
Yeah.
They just did a partnership with ROG Ally. I think it was more a statement of this is where we're kind of obviously we're gonna be more of a software company. I think is really what that was saying. So maybe that's not the case, but boy, that's what it sounded like to me.
Well, so today actually, or maybe it was yesterday, Sarah Bond came out and was like, "Yeah, we're working on a new partnership with AMD to work on this Windows machine, Xbox, the next hardware, Xbox hardware, which has Windows on it. I'm like, okay, so you're building a PC,
Yeah, I mean,
which is fine.
that's exactly what that sounds like,
Yeah.
right? And that is fine. That is fine. I mean, they have Windows. I mean, you might as well. I mean, the PC crowd is only growing, right?
Yeah.
PC market is only growing, so you might as well play into that.
But like, don't tell me like this isn't a console. The ROG, including things like Steam on it, like there's nothing drawing anything towards the Xbox storefront. Like they are a software company. They just want you to buy their games. Like,
Yep.
and that's
I mean, it's very much the case.
fine. There's like
That's totally fine.
That's fine. It's great for gamers because now I can just play everything on my PlayStation or my PC, and I don't have to.
Yep. It makes it easier for me to access that. I don't have to own 3 different pieces of hardware in order to enjoy all the games that I want to play.
Mhm. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to really say on that. It's not an Xbox, despite what Microsoft's ad campaign might tell you, which is everything's an
Might
Xbox.
tell you otherwise.
So it's just that's that. Next on the list, while I jump up and down. Oh, this is the vampire Witcher looking game.
Oh yeah,
Blood of the Dawnwalker.
I remember saying, "Oh, this just literally looks like Vampire Assassin's Creed." That's
Yeah.
what I told myself. I was like, "This looks like Vampire Assassin's Creed."
It looks good. It looks good.
It does look great. It looks great.
And it's made by a Polish studio, I think, the ones that like offshoots from CD Projekt Red. So
Yep.
it's looking pretty good.
I'm definitely. It was on my very interested in this game list. So
yeah, I'm excited for it. I hope it does well. I didn't see a release date.
I hope it does too.
Or maybe I did. It's in 2026. Oddly enough, this game is not on Game Pass. It is multi-plat, so this is just a marketing deal from Microsoft to like show everybody what's up.
Cool.
Which is,
that's exciting.
It's all well and
it
good.
is an exciting game. It's up my alley, right? I like action games.
Mhm.
I like third person, and I like RPG elements. So I mean, yeah, definitely perfect game for me. So I'm also a big Assassin's Creed enjoyer.
Did you play Shadows?
Even the
You did
newest
play
one.
Shadows,
I
right?
played Shadows. I played all of Shadows. I loved the setting. I thought that there was definitely some things about it that could have been worked on. I think the story could have been a lot better than what it was. But in general, I enjoyed the gameplay. I enjoyed playing the game. So
Next is Super Meat Boy 3D.
that looks great.
It looks so good.
It looks so good.
I think they did a fantastic job just capturing exactly what made Super Meat Boy Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It made me actually start up Super Meat Boy the other day.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, it did. I mean, just like having a platformer like that, that and the Celeste.
Yeah.
I just love games like that. So.
Yeah, I think it looks phenomenal. Like I said, it looks exactly like what I pictured a 3D Super Meat Boy to look like. So.
Yep, I agree. The art style looked great. It looked like it fit the setting. Looks just as goofy as the original as well. So I'm definitely high on that game. So
just got my head caved in here. Next up was Ninja Gaiden 4, which is published by Microsoft Game Studios and developed by Team Ninja. So like they're just kind of trying to revive that Ninja Gaiden franchise that was dormant and pretty popular on Xbox. Like I love that game.
It was really popular on Xbox. I mean, Ninja Gaiden Black, I played the heck out of that game.
Yeah.
I don't think I played Sigma, which I think was just I'll be honest, I don't know what version. There were so many different versions of Ninja Gaiden that came out in there for a bit, but I played the heck out of Ninja Gaiden Black, and loved every bit of it. So
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to this one because it looks very modern, like much more modernized for a Ninja Gaiden game.
yeah, it does, and it just gives you that, I don't know, Devil May Cry type feel of a game.
It looks like an
Just
action game.
based.
I know,
Yeah,
like
it looks like an action game. It looks like a classic, just good action game.
yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to that. I am gonna pre-order it. Physical games. I don't know if there's a physical version coming to Xbox. I think it's just a code in a box, but I'm gonna try and get the
It
physical
probably is.
version for PlayStation.
It probably is.
Yeah. So that's coming out at the end of the year. Next is Indiana Jones DLC. I don't have anything.
Did you play
to say
the
about that.
original,
No.
or not the? I say the original. Did you play the non DLC version of the game?
No, I haven't played Indiana Jones yet. Have you played?
I have not. It does look fun. It doesn't look like anything revolutionary, but
Yeah.
it does look fun.
Yeah, it looks fun. I like machine games. Like I love the Wolfenstein games, so
Yeah.
So I would play it, but a lot of my time, like I don't have as much time to game as I used to, so I pick and choose my games according to my own interests, and unfortunately, JRPGs and things like that are first on the list. So
Exactly. I mean, it's the old adage of, do things that you enjoy doing. And if what you enjoy the most is, X genre, then that's definitely what you should spend your time doing. So
absolutely. And then so that's coming out in September. This next one surprised the hell out of me because I didn't know Game Freak could make these video games.
Yes, when I saw Game Freak, I was like, wait, Game Freak, like that Game Freak?
Yeah.
it made me think, kind of second guess what was going on there for a second. So
it's a Souls.
That game looked great.
Yeah, Beast of Reincarnation. That's coming out in 2026. It's multi-platform, obviously, and on Game Pass. So yeah, that game I didn't even know Game Freak could make those types of games. So good for you, Game Freak.
I didn't either. I thought they were just gonna sit back on their laurels and
make Pokemon games for the rest of their life.
Let Pokemon, drive themselves into the future.
Yeah.
So
good job.
Speaking of Pokemon tangents, I mean, have you played a recent Pokemon game in a bit?
No, I haven't played any Pokemon games in a long time.
I have not either, really. I got Scarlet and Violet to play with Megan, and then we just never really had the time to play.
Which is actually kind of funny because like I've been in a competitive Pokemon like binge. So yeah, I want to kind of pick it up again, but I don't think I will. I don't know. I'm being kind of a bitch about it.
I enjoy Pokemon games. And it's turn-based, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like it's kind of hard not for me to like. So it's definitely I have enjoyed them. It's just been a while. Yeah, exactly. I need to play Digimon.
Were you did you like Digimon when you were growing up? Like the first season?
Oh yeah.
I think we talked about this last time.
We talked about that. I loved.
Yeah.
Like I said, I still remember the Metal Greymon Digivolution.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the exact scene in my mind. I've only seen it once, I'm pretty sure, and I can still remember it. I remember where I was when it happened. Like that's how impactful it was for me. I don't know why. It was a core memory of mine, but I loved that show.
That's pretty funny because there's not very many things that I can remember where I was, like while watching shows or stuff like that. Oh
Yeah,
crap.
there are not very many shows that evoke that type of memory from me. And for whatever reason, that Digimon, it stuck with me.
Digimon, Digital Monsters. Yeah. So I think.
And it's actually very similar to, I remember, now I'm thinking of shows and where I was at, but whenever the Cell Saga was going on Dragon Ball Z, I watched the heck out of that, and I remember exactly where I was whenever the scene with Gohan killing a Cell happened. Like, it's just one of those things. I don't know. It's just it's one of those impactful moments. So
I don't have anything like that for TV shows. The parallel I can probably most liken it to is like I remember exactly where I was, what I was doing, what I did the day before for the 2010 Olympics golden goal.
Oh, really?
Where we won over USA.
Yeah.
Like I remember
That's awesome.
everything about that entire
Every bit of
weekend,
it.
despite the fact that I had a huge concussion. And
Oh, really?
that was kind of like around the time that Courtney and I started hanging out for the first time.
Mm.
And so like that might have something to do with it too, but I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't want
that
to. I don't
probably
want
does,
her to.
probably
I don't
does.
want her to get a big head. So we're just
That's
gonna
true.
say.
Yeah, don't let that happen.
I remember the US tying it up in the third, like the end of the third period. I punched a hole through my wall. I was fucking furious.
Man, what a great game series that was, though.
Yeah. So
It was good.
I remember literally everything about it. So yeah, it was crazy. It was, but that's it. Like I don't remember any anime like that. Which is funny.
Yeah, for whatever reason, those shows just reminded me of where I was at and what was happening, all that kind of stuff. I don't know why, but at my school, we like nonstop talked about Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, same.
And I felt like it was like that wasn't like a. It was like it transcended like social barriers. Like everybody was watching that show.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I like it's the same kind of thing. Like we also watched a lot of it, and because I would think I was in like no, that would have been 7th or 8th grade where it was actually really taking off. Which is crazy because it hadn't been out for so long. It just didn't get localized forever.
Yeah, it didn't get localized forever, but then whenever it was on Toonami, and it was like, oh my gosh, I could not stop watching that show. I would rush home because I forget exactly what time it was, but Pokemon would come on, and then Dragon Ball Z would happen right afterwards for us. And I was like rushing home just so I could watch those shows.
Did you see? Oh, so next on the list is Clockwork Revolution.
Yes.
I don't know if that interests you at all. I thought it looked like
it did.
It gave me the BioShock vibes, kind of.
Yes, it did. And man, that game looks so cool. I love the setting. It looked unique. I say it looked unique, but then there were like 3 steampunk games that they announced on that show. But yeah, it looked unique, and that game looks, man, that looks like
cool,
a lot of fun. Yeah. It looks really good.
That one actually is the only game of the show that didn't state that it was coming to PlayStation on release. So I'm sure it will at some point in time, but on release it is not. So
too bad.
Or at least it's not stated right now. Well, who knows? But that's fine. I thought it looked good. I'm really happy for the people that enjoy these games, because I feel like there's just been an absolute like void left by the BioShock types. And
well, yeah, I mean, right. I mean, we also gotta. I feel like there's also been a huge void in game announcements and release dates in general because of the looming threat of Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah, for sure. God. And you know what's crazy about Grand Theft Auto? I'm not even gonna play it. Like,
oh really? Yeah. That is so. I am so excited for that game. It's so funny because I I don't know. I'm not a I just don't find myself that type of person, but I feel like Grand Theft Auto just kind of transcends once again, it transcends
Yeah,
social barriers because
yeah.
it they find the crazy stereotypes of society. I have played every Grand Theft Auto. I have loved every Grand Theft Auto that I've played. I just like those types of games for whatever reason. I say those types of games, Grand Theft Auto, I
Yeah,
guess.
Grand Theft Auto games.
Yeah,
Yeah, because mine's
Saints
eye sure
Row,
as shit isn't
not
doing good
really,
right now.
but yeah, oh gosh. But no, I definitely think that whatever Grand Theft Auto does, just like whatever Grand Theft Auto 4 did, and whatever Grand Theft Auto 3 did, and whatever Red Dead Redemption did, is going to change the landscape of video games.
I just like how there's this like arms race almost like this like fidelity race between Naughty Dog and Rockstar and
Yeah,
gamers just really
yeah,
get to sit there and benefit from it the whole time. So like
yeah, definitely, definitely. And
um
I'm hoping that the polish that we'll see from Grand Theft Auto, which I maybe I shouldn't put that expectation on Rockstar, but for the amount of everything that they've come
it's
out
been
with
10
has been
years. You can put
so
that expectation on Rockstar like
yeah, it's been so extremely polished that the I just think that I'm hoping that at least to the extent of I mean I know not every company can do what Rockstar does.
well they make money hand over fist still on a 13-year-old game, so
Yeah, exactly. I mean they have a huge budget. They have the luxury of time, so they're definitely not hurting for anything. Like they don't need the revenue.
mhm.
So I understand that they're kind of in a unique situation and that people can't be expected or developers can't be expected to make something similar. But I would think that the polish could be there, but not the extensive scope,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
I feel like that's the thing. If you can make a polished game, that's what matters more than anything.
Hmm. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I'm just not interested in those
I do
games.
too. Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. I honestly can't wait for it.
Hmm.
Which I think a lot of people can't wait for that game. So I'm excited, very excited for Grand Theft Auto.
I hope I hope it meets everybody's expectations. I have
Yeah.
to avenge this thing. Crap.
What else was on there?
Where did we leave off? We left off. Oh,
Grounded.
oh yeah, Grounded is the next game in the that was announced, which
Yeah.
was a huge surprise. I put in my notes. I think, like, does Obsidian ever take breaks or like they hard carry?
Yeah, seriously, man.
They
They're always
hard carry.
putting out something.
Like-
They really do, and they put out quality stuff.
Yeah, they hard carry
So-
Microsoft this generation so much. So Grounded 2, July 29th is when I think early access comes out. Yeah, that's really all I,
never-
have about it. Did you play?
I
the
never
first
played
one?
the original Grounded.
Oh no.
I never did. It was, and I think it just wasn't ever on my radar. But it definitely looks like a fun game.
Hmm.
I mean, you get to play with friends. I mean, it sounds like fun to me. So
Yeah. Next was Chronos, which looks like a survival horror game. Not on Game Pass, but it's from Blooper Team, so it's from the same guys that did the Silent Hill 2 remake, which was very
yeah.
popular.
Yep.
I have no thoughts on this. I just don't know.
I don't really either. I mean, I actually put down Dead Space. Like, probably won't play, is what I said. And previously, I just said I really enjoyed Dead Space. So, it probably maybe the horror elements is maybe too much.
Yeah,
From the preview, I think is probably the best way to put it.
It looks pretty scary.
Yeah. And unfortunately, as time goes on, things are only going to get more and more realistically scary. Where it becomes to a point where I'm like, man, I don't know. I hate being scared. I hate that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Courtney, like, I think The Last of Us is probably as far as I go, and that's not really a bunch of scary. It is so much as like
Yeah,
a thriller type game, or
sure.
But-
I feel like, yeah, Last of Us, I feel like isn't really a, I don't know, isn't really a horror game. I mean, I guess it kind of is,
sort of.
maybe, sort of, yeah.
Um, next was some Elders. In my notes, it just says Elder Scrolls Online stuff, and then in brackets, I honestly
yeah.
just don't care.
Yeah, same here. It's funny because I was looking at that trailer, I remember, and going, did they do a visual update on this game? Because I haven't played Elder Scrolls Online and I can't tell you how long. And
Yeah.
maybe they did, but it actually looked like it looked fidelity wise, it looked
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, it looks good.
But once again, it's
I just don't
Elder
care.
Scrolls Online, so
Yeah,
I don't care either. So
So the next one was Aphelion, which is from Don't Nod. It looked kind of like a walking sim, but with horror elements.
yeah, I remember. Once again, another game where I was like,
I don't care.
you know what? I don't really care.
This is where we got to the middle of the showcase, you can tell, because everything
Yes.
just seemed to drag for a little bit. So that's cool, I guess. And then there's like
Yeah.
the next one was like a ghost busting video game. That's what I put in like. It's the only thing I could kind of.
Oh yeah, no ghosts at the Grand.
Yeah, no ghosts at the Grand. I don't know.
That was the one where it was like there was like a dancing guy.
Yeah, it looked like a trip,
Um,
man.
It did, and they were like cleaning up the hotel
Mhm.
or something like that. I was like, is this like a power wash simulator DLC? Like I couldn't
Yeah.
decide what the heck was even happening.
I honestly thought it was a power wash simulator game,
That's what I thought it was.
but you're just like hunting ghosts and cleaning up the Grand Hotel, I guess.
Yep. Yep.
So
So
I don't know when's that's coming out. Oddly enough, in my notes I put that one is also skipping PlayStation. I think it later on did get confirmed that it was coming. So
yeah.
at least in the press release, I tried to read all the press releases too for these games because they have tidbits that aren't
You
really
won't find
shown.
otherwise. Yeah.
And then the next one was just an Age of Mythology DLC.
Yeah.
I think Matt and Cody play those games. I think they're actually more into Age of Empires though. So yeah, no interest in that. Once again, the middle of the showcase, everybody.
Yeah. There's nothing there that I was like, okay, I'm gonna play this there at all.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I played Age of Mythology. It's just not my cup of tea. So I was like, no, I'm good. Oh, thank you. I mean, I played Age of
The next one was called Muddang or Mudang or something like that.
Mudang.
Yeah.
I put the hippo has become a game.
Yeah. It's like a stealth game or something. So that looked interesting. I don't know if
Yeah,
I would play
it
it,
does
but
look
it looked interesting. So cool. But yeah, that's
Once
coming.
Again, something I was like, eh.
Yeah, I could take or leave it.
Once again, something I was like, eh.
Oh, I can't change weapons.
No.
Oh my, I can't pick up new weapons. I have to kill this guy with a melee weapon. There we go. 1. All right, gotta get some melee kills. 2.
I was trying to I was reading my notes here on Mudang. It says, okay, now I remember the one because it had like zombies and stuff in it too.
Mhm.
Or at least it looked like it, like it did.
Once again. Oh wait, so
Mudang
Plant-
2 Hearts.
yeah, Mudang 2 Hearts. Planet of Lana 2, which is an artistic side-scrolling game, is what I
Yep.
put down.
Yeah.
At least, and that's what the press release said. That's cool. I'm not gonna play it, but that looks cool.
It kind of that game. It kind of made me think of Ori a little bit, just because it had it was cell
It
shaded.
had that vibe to it, man. That artistic
Yeah,
vibe.
it kind of did. So it was cell shaded. But other than that, there was also, I felt like we didn't really see a lot
No,
other than the looks, side scroller. It's a platformer.
yeah,
It's got
that's
a
really
cool
all I
art
can really
style,
say.
the type of thing. So
It's not
yeah.
like the Hirogami one or whatever, where it was like you
Yes.
changed into different paper shapes. That looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hiragami does look really good.
what else? Oh, there is Planet after Planet Lambda was like Fallout 76. I stopped taking notes on that because I just don't, like I said, I just don't give a shit.
I didn't care. I mean, it's for the people that enjoy 76. It's nice to
All
see that
three of you.
they're still continuing to add more to it, because I know that whenever the original 76 came out, there was just so much lacking in general when it came to content. So the fact that they are continuing along that, I mean, it must be making them money. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. But
I have no idea if it's making the money or not, to be honest.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe they're just doing it. Who knows? It is Bethesda, so.
Yep. So I think that was coming. I didn't. My only note is just I don't care. I just don't care.
Same.
So this one's also skipping PlayStation. It's the solo leveling game.
Oh yeah.
I don't. Is this different from the Gacha game? I couldn't find a press release at the time. I guess I could just Google it real quick.
It actually I almost kind of got Grand Blue Fantasy vibes out of it.
Yeah.
Like it almost seemed like it was gonna be a game like Grand Blue Fantasy, like where you could play co-op, you would fight bosses or something like that. So, and maybe I was looking into it a little too much, but that's kind of the feeling I got from it.
It's called Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive. So it is.
Yeah.
I think it is going to mobile as well. Maybe it's on Steam.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be one of those gacha games. I'd have to look into it. I love that anime series though. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Did you like Solo Leveling? Do you think it deserved what the awards that it got, like Anime of the Year type thing?
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Did you? So mine, I loved Freerun. I thought that was.
I'm
that was probably
rewatching
the
Freerun
Anime of the
right
Year
now.
for me. Yeah, I loved that show. I thought what it did was. I can't really say. I mean, if you haven't watched Freerun,
I
and you're
love
out there,
Freerun.
I would.
I thought it was phenomenal.
Recommend it.
I really enjoyed, especially the beginning. The beginning is just really touching. I like the first.
Oh, totally.
Bit of the
I mean,
season.
the whole. I don't know, just the whole way that they introduce characters and they make you feel for the characters, and even though you spend, a few amount of times with them, but them coming back and you seeing the flashbacks with her, and
I love the
oh, gosh,
flashbacks, dude. It's
I do too.
yeah, it's
everything about that show. I could not get enough. So,
but wasn't that a 20? Was that a 2024 show? It was a 2024 show.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I remember watching it with severe tooth pain.
Yeah, I enjoyed Solo Leveling as well.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It was just like, it looks great and it's animated well.
Yep.
And even if like the guy's just aura farming for like 2 episodes or whatever, I just like it.
Yep. It's good stuff. It's fun. It's just nice. I don't know. It's one of those shows where it's just fun to see, the character just completely annihilating things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I enjoy that though.
It's like a different form. It's also done by a Korean studio, right? So like,
Yep.
which is interesting. I like it.
Yeah, it kind of bucks the trend of what we generally see with with other anime of similar type of you know not really genre. I guess you could say genre, but similar type of disposition.
Yeah, I think actually in the Summer Games Fest, because we skipped over it, there was a Seven Deadly Sins game. Did you ever watch the Seven Deadly Sins?
Yes, I did.
You like it?
I do. I like it a lot.
I liked the first 2 seasons. Every season
Yeah.
after that was kind of weird.
Yeah, you're right. It did kind of start to get out there. I guess would be the
Mhm.
PC way to put it. I guess I'm maybe not PC, but just like that. It just seemed out there.
But yeah, I like those games, or I like that show. But yeah, so solo leveling game might play it, might not. It's not coming out on Steam and Xbox, so. Next is Animo, which is basically like a gotcha Pokemon game.
Yeah, yeah. It definitely looked like Pokemon Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That looked real weird.
It did. It almost kind of gave me Infinity Nikki vibes almost.
Yeah. Totally.
It's very. It kind of felt. It kind of felt like Pokemon Infinity Nikki. So
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I totally got those same vibes. I don't know. I don't have anything to say for that. I think I turned my head away at that point in time. I wasn't even looking at it.
yeah.
Oh, one game. So next is the Tony Hawk Pro Skater, which I have a lot of nostalgia for. I think a lot of people would, right? Like,
yeah.
But I didn't. I
think
don't really care too much. I played those
I
a
don't
lot.
either.
I just don't think it's
I played
my type of game at this day and age, right?
I agree. I played enough Tony Hawk to get my fill of it, I guess would be the best way to put it. And so I don't know. It's just not it would be fun for a sit down and play type thing, but also I feel like the charm of Tony Hawk back then was I felt video games are just different back then, right? I feel like having the low investment social Tony Hawk's one of those games where when you're playing with friends, it's great because you kind of trade off, you pass it off with your friends and you're playing. Like I feel like that's the perfect game for that type of thing. And
yeah, for sure.
at least for me, I don't really have that type of outlet anymore. But man, it was great in high school because we could all just sit in the living room, watch people play, and have fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I think that game facilitates that really well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not into it. Other people are. I think we're gonna see how many people are into it because of nostalgia reasons, which is also okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not into it.
Yeah. So what about this At Fate's End game?
Oh, I thought that looked really good, actually.
I did too. I thought it looked really, really good. It had the card mechanics in it. It was Metroidvania looking. Man, that game looked like so much fun.
I thought it looked really, really good. I'm excited for it. It is a multi-plat game. And I think it's coming to Game Pass. Yeah, multi-platforming Game Pass. I want to see more. I'll probably play it. I didn't see a release date. I don't think I put release dates for any of these. Actually, so
yeah, I didn't
on
really
me.
notate any release dates.
But yeah, I think the how it changes everything, the fates. I want to rewatch that trailer again, so I'm probably going to do that after we wrap up. But
yep,
yeah, looks good. Next was Gears of War remastered. I think we already yapped about that. It's crazy.
Yeah, we talked about it. It really is crazy. I will say, my opinion on Gears of War is very low. Really? I played the original Gears of War. I was super excited about it. I remember when it came out, and I bought that game, sat down with my friend, played it, and we finished it in one day.
Mm-hmm.
and we fought that stupid crow boss at the very end on the train,
Yeah.
and it ended. And we were like, wait, that's it? That's the game? We were very disappointed. And I have not. It put such a sour taste in my mouth for the entire rest of that franchise. I have never played a Gears of War game ever since then. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have given another chance, but that game pissed me off so much. I never played a Gears game ever again.
That's so funny, dude.
And I'm very much not a vindictive person, but man, does that game piss me off so much.
That last boss was awful, too. Like,
It was terrible. It was terrible, and the game was marketed horribly because it like promised stuff that you didn't even get. Like there were like the big giant dude. I remember so much about that game because I remember the giant thing charging through the wall that never happened in the game. This big ass monster. Like there's just so much stuff that I was like that just didn't happen, and I was so sad.
they
It was
were all
unfortunate.
marketing beats and like marketing trailers.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, my opinion, Gears of War. I have not played one, so I can't give you a current Gears of War, but I can tell you all about Gears of War 1 and how much I hated it.
That's so funny. It's too bad too, though.
Are the other ones good? I've honestly never looked into them because I've never cared enough to want to do
So
that.
you know what's actually funny? I don't
What?
know because I haven't played the other ones for the same reason. Because I'm like, oh, Gears 1 was cool, but I don't know. I'll probably play it, but just for
There was a game that came out that was actually, it was called Brute Force.
I remember that game.
It was
yeah.
on the Xbox, and it was just a better game. And unfortunately, Gears of War is the one that went on, and we never saw Brute Force again.
Brute
Dude,
Force
I
was
love
like-
that game, Brute Force.
That was an Xbox original, right? Like, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
With the like the lizard man and stuff like that.
Yeah, the lizard dude on it. Oh my gosh, I played the heck out of that game.
Yeah, that game was
Brute Force.
awesome.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. There was actually another game, or Army of Two. Remember Army of Two?
I did.
Played the heck out of
remember
Army of Two.
Army of Two was an awesome game.
There was actually another game, or Army of Two.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
remember that game.
sidetrack there, but yeah, you heard it here first. Brute
Mhm.
Force is a better game than Gears of War. Maybe not first, but man, maybe it's a hot take, but man, I loved that game.
Next was the Persona 4 revival announcement.
Yes.
There is
excited.
literally
Can't
nothing
wait.
shown here. But I'm
No,
gonna play
nothing.
that obviously when it comes out.
Of course. I mean, I love Persona 4. Love all the characters. I hope that with Persona 4 they do a little bit more than what they did with Persona 3 Reload.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. I think that I don't know. I feel like Persona 4 is one of those games that they could probably do a little bit more with. Like I hope they do like a Persona 5 the Royal treatment to it. You know, in
That'd be so
a new
fun.
type
love
of
the Royal.
yeah,
Mhm.
I do too.
Next was Sea of Thieves, which I just said I don't care again because I don't care about Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Sold a lot on
Same.
PlayStation.
The
which was
gameplay
interesting.
loop of Sea of Thieves just isn't my cup of tea.
Samesies. So please look forward to it. Let's grab this real quick. So next was Invincible Versus.
Yes.
Um,
Funny that we get two tag fighting games in the same year when we haven't seen a real
in the
good
same
tag fighting game
week.
since like I know,
Uh,
crazy. And we haven't really seen one since Dragon Ball Fighters. I mean, really,
mhm.
we haven't.
I
mean, we
put-
had what Power Rangers. I'm trying to think of the other any other tag games. I mean,
I put down imagine, like one of my notes is imagine announcing this just after the
Dokkan.
Marvel game, right? Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like you
Yeah.
must be like, are you serious? Like, could you imagine
Yep.
watching that trailer
Oh,
if you're
definitely.
these guys and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, are you out of like
We have to compete against a Marvel game.
not only a Marvel game, but a Marvel game done by like, you know,
Yeah, Arxis.
Arxis. Like, jeez.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And the fact, I mean, honestly, the fact that going back to Tokon in general, the fact that that's been in development for so long and there was no leaks,
Mhm.
there was nothing from that game. It was the biggest blindside of
Yeah.
in a while. So,
And
but yeah, having to follow that up,
Yeah.
I don't agree with him at all.
Admittedly, like, you know, nobody knew Invincible was being developed either, but also I don't think
That's true.
anybody
That's true.
cared because like it's cool
Yeah.
and all, but like when you see Arxis developing a game like Marvel, I don't know, I would be so rattled.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be a tough one to. I mean, it's one of those things where I feel like, you know, the fighting game genre in general has slowly been growing and growing and growing, and the fact that there's so many different niche games that are supported by so many of the FGC, like
Mhm.
it's awesome to see, and you don't really see that anywhere else, honestly, when it comes to like at least a supportive gaming community. So I really hope Invincible does
I hope it
find
does
its
well.
niche,
Mhm.
and I do too, because it just makes it that much better. I mean, I said it before. I think I would love to go to an Evo. I think that is one event in my life that I have to go and see. That's on my bucket list. I feel like Evo would just be so much fun to go see in person.
We should do it. Not this year.
We definitely should. Not this year, but yeah, we definitely need to do that.
Yeah. So then the next thing was FF7 remake, not rebirth, but remake, was announced
Yep.
for Xbox coming winter.
Yep.
Winter is typically like either December, January, February, because Japanese. I don't have anything to say on that. Like it took a while. I'm pretty sure it's because of the Series S, but I that could just be me like shitting on it. But and then they shadow dropped FF16 as well. So
yeah, which it's good. I mean, the more people get to experience that game, the better. I mean, and I hope people are enjoying it, because I did enjoy it. I wish there was. I wish the game was a little different in some aspects, but it is what it is. So
I do enjoy the skill expression of Final Fantasy 16, but it's just different than what I kind of wanted from a Final Fantasy game.
I agree.
Now that being said, like I'm playing, like Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth has very similar skill expression, but it also has like options to just play it as a turn-based game, which is what Courtney does, right? Like
exactly, and that's exactly how Megan played remake. You know, just the same exact thing. I actually, you know, kind of a little tangent there in general. I think the trend of having easy modes in games lately has just been so awesome.
Well, yeah, especially
just because
games that wouldn't typically have
just
it, right?
the accessibility alone. Like for instance, I mean, my wife would have never even, you know, imagined of playing a game like that without an easy mode and not being able to experience a story or something like that. And
exactly.
if you just want to experience the story, I mean, any and every chance that a developer gets to make an easy version of their game is just, I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, I understand that there are philosophies behind like Elden Ring or something like that, even though Elden Ring technically does have an easy mode, because you can summon.
It's just options, right?
Do something. There's options, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you. And even like Final Fantasy 16, which does have that skill expression and that action combat, it also has the one button like do combos and shit.
Yep. Yep.
Which is
Exactly.
really good for the game. Really good for people who want to play and experience that game. There's maybe a health pickup over here.
Totally.
So
I think that having different ways to experience the game in general for everybody to enjoy it the way they want to enjoy it is just that much better.
Now that being said, as of the time we're recording this, Final Fantasy 16 sales might be a little soft. It's hard to tell. Right now it shot up to like 143 or maybe number 13. I think 13 was the number most played. So I think people are starting to buy that game.
That's good.
But I was worried that it wouldn't do well on Xbox because of like they just don't buy games. So
sure.
So yeah, hopefully they give Final Fantasy. I think Final Fantasy 7 will have more like a better treatment because it's Final Fantasy.
I think so
7.
too.
So
I think so too. I think it's one of those. I probably shouldn't talk about Final Fantasy 7 remake. I could go off forever on that game. So, but yeah, just having it available for more people is just that much better. So, because I love that game.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It is a phenomenal game. Courtney's playing Rebirth right now, so. And
That's
then
awesome.
there's a Double Fine game, which I wasn't expecting, but also it's like the new adventure. It's like basically the Psychonauts spiritual successor.
Oh, that's right. That was the one with the tower walking around, right?
Yeah.
That
I
one
think
did
it's
look kind of
called
cute.
the Keeper.
The Keeper. Yeah, that's right.
It looks cool.
It does look cool.
Did you ever play any of the Psychonauts games?
Oh yeah. I played 1 and 2. Really enjoyed it.
I didn't play any of the
They were
Psychonauts
great
games.
They were really, really fun. I don't think they aged well, but the games were a lot of fun.
I would, yeah. I played Scribblenauts.
Scribblenauts was also fun.
Yeah, I liked Scribblenauts. That is my response there. I just enjoyed Scribblenauts a lot.
Being able to just write down, it felt like seemingly anything and just watching things happen.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a great idea.
So my brother gave me his game to play, and I hadn't played it at the time, right? So he just gave me, I don't remember. I think it was the Switch or something. And so I just wrote Cthulhu, and out came Cthulhu. I'm like, what? Because I forgot what I was doing at the time. I think I might have been playing like Bloodborne or something, and we were talking a lot about Cthulhu.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he's like, "You just ruined my game." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't mean to. It's just he told me to write anything, and I wrote that." He's like, "How did you even know about that?" I'm like, "I didn't." So yeah, that was funny.
That's what I wrote. What a great idea for a game.
Yeah.
Just write down stuff and watch things happen.
Yeah, I liked it. I really liked it. So, the worst part about this showcase, I think, was right at the end. And they're like,
right when you said it, I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
One more thing, the thing that happens literally every year.
Yep.
In a world where we serialize Call of Duty.
I will say that the trailer intrigued me until I saw it was Call of Duty. And then I very much was so uninterested that I just rolled my eyes and turned it off.
Well, yeah, it looked like Perfect Dark-esque or something, right? Like,
yeah, it did. I was like, are we actually going to see Perfect Dark now? Like, this looks exciting. And then nope, it's just Call of Duty. So, I could not be any less excited about.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I thought we were gonna get Perfect Dark or something cool.
I thought we were too. Unfortunately, we did not. I thought we were too. I thought we were too.
So yeah, that was the
We got-
Microsoft showcase.
We got Black Ops. Black Ops.
I think.
Did you watch any of the PC games show at all?
No, did you?
I did. Did you watch any of the PC?
Anything
there were
of interest?
there I was nothing comes to mind right now, but I did take notes.
Mm-hmm.
And after since I can't apparently dodge anything on this boss fight, I
Oh.
was trying to look and see if there's anything that looked interesting on there, and nothing is popping out. Oh, there's a game called Demon School. That was it was like a tactical, like school kids looking game.
Mm-hmm.
That looked pretty interesting. So I put that on there.
Like the
As something that's interesting.
the 100.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I
Oh,
kind of like
There's
that
still
exactly.
an echo. Courtney just said there's an echo on the stream. I'm mad.
No.
Where's the echo even coming from?
That means episode 3.
Yeah, we'll figure it out in episode 3, I guess.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Oh, I see it. It's coming from my ripsaw.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just you.
Oh, really?
So actually,
Um,
I'll figure that out. That's a me thing. It's literally just you echoing, I think. So, whatever. God damn it, ripsaw.
whatever.
Now I have to figure out how to do this again.
Whatever.
Actually, I guess I can just turn down desktop audio. Crank ripsaw a little bit. There, problem solved. Because I can hear you, everything just fine. All right,
Oh yeah,
let's do another run. So, what else? I think that's really the everything to do with the showcase. There's an indie showcase too. Did you catch anything from there? I didn't catch anything. Apparently, it was really well liked, but also
I don't believe so.
I don't really play a lot of indies games. The only indie games I play are card games like Monster Train.
Yeah. Yep. Those are. I'm trying to think of.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard, what you
Yeah.
consider indie nowadays, because now we kind of do have a definitive. This is a double A. This is a triple A. This is quadruple A.
who was it that said it was like a quadruple A game? They were talking about Dragon Age, right? Oh, Skull and Bones. Okay.
That was Skull and Bones.
Yeah. I think
It was Skull and
the only
Bones.
people who can
The quadruple
claim
A
quadruple A
experience.
is Rockstar right now.
At this point, I would think Rockstar, or if
Hmm.
Naughty Dog is making something, I feel like those are probably the two developers that I would trust. If they said that they had a quadruple A game, I would trust that that's
No, their games are too jank.
maybe Larian.
No.
But
Yeah, I know.
Red Dead.
I'm a sinner.
Did you ever play Red Dead Redemption 2? Oh. Okay, actually, now that we're okay, I mean, you definitely have to play
No.
that.
Oh, I haven't done that one yet either.
Did you play? Because Death Stranding.
I think we
2,
covered that
did
one
you
last
play the
time.
original Death Stranding?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe did we talk about that already? We might have. Man, I loved.
Did you see the interview with
Death
Kojima where he's
Stranding.
like, I had to change shit because too many people like the game?
No, I
Yeah,
did not.
during like early alpha previews or something like that, he changed a lot of shit because too many people like the game.
Uh,
Hmm.
that is
I'm like,
that
and
is
that's when I'm like, do I really need to play
that
your
is a
game,
design
Kojima?
choice for sure.
On the one hand, I'm like, yeah, I kind of do, but on the other hand, I'm like, why are you like this?
I'm telling you, man,
I believe you.
you will
I
never
really
play
believe you.
a game like this.
Um.
Randy.
Mhm.
What else do we have coming out soon? I feel like that. So we have Ghost of Yotai coming out soon.
I feel like I had a list, and now I just.
Death Stranding. Didn't we? I think we might have already gone through this last episode, but
Let me
I'm
just
definitely,
look this up real
definitely
quick.
excited for Death Stranding too. So that is next on
I
my
got
list,
tethered.
which is, was that on the? I think.
Oh,
Death Stranding
okay,
was
yeah,
on the
that's a good point. We should
26th
probably do
or
this.
29th, something like that. So. Yeah.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden, Ragebound, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance, both coming out, relatively soon.
Yes.
I guess we're halfway through. There's not really. Oh, Patapon 1 and 2 are coming out.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
Ratatan.
that's actually that reminded me, the Patapon sequel.
Did you play?
Remember
Did you
talking
play
about that?
Patapon? You like
Ratatan.
Patapon? I
Yeah,
love Patapon.
that looks cool.
Courtney really hated when I played Patapon because
I love
it would get
Patapon.
stuck in her
I
head.
love Patapon.
Patapon. Dun 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 dun. Courtney's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets stuck in your head. Yep. Pon, Patapon. Yep. Love Patapon.
Yeah, she's not happy that
I definitely don't envy
Patapon.
anybody that had to listen to somebody play
Patapon. So good. Let's go.
Love those games.
Yeah, I guess other than that, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, which is like that weird Chinese developed Souls game. I think Hell is Us is coming out this year too, right? Yeah, Hell is Us is coming out in September. September is really, really busy. So like Hell is Us is coming out, Trails in the Sky first chapter is coming out, Final Fantasy Tactics is coming out, Borderlands 4 is coming out. There's a Deep Rock Galactic Survivor game, which I don't know what that is, but we were just talking about it, so that's coming out. But Deep Rock? Oh yeah.
It's Vampire Survivors.
Okay.
Did you ever play Vampire Survivors? Yeah. So it's pretty much Vampire Survivors, but it's Deep Rock Galactic. So you just play it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's-
Okay,
it's
so it's like that.
It almost kind of did you ever play Brotato? So it's essentially you just mash together. It's 3D, so it's like 3D Brotato, but you're a dwarf. and you
So
pick up all
Toa
these
and the
guns,
Guardians of the
and
Sacred
then
Tree
it's
comes
like,
out. That's
this is
the
not
like
gonna really
roguelite.
work with guns.
September is fucking stacked, dude. That's just September, and then October. Yeah,
Dang, that is really stacked.
everyone get in there.
Because they found out when Grand Theft Auto was coming out, and everyone was like, "All right, it's time to go. Pull the trigger."
Then in October, Ghost of
Get it in
Yote,
before we
Digimon,
take over the universe.
The Outer Worlds 2, Ninja Gaiden 4. All these are coming out. So fall is going to be super busy.
Yeah, this is a busy
I envision
time.
much tummy time to be had with child. And really, tummy time is just daddy playing video games.
Yep.
So, yep. That's important. It's important bonding time.
But you know what? You're still bonding. Exactly. My dad There were very few times.
I play
that
Kirby with
that we did
Mira
this
every day.
fun.
Although
I
lately,
did.
okay, this is gonna be a
That's great.
weird fucking tangent, but I've just got to say it. Um, lately, like growing or while she was growing up, I say growing up, she's like 3.5 now, but like I could not get her to get in her stroller for the life of me. She absolutely hated it, and now she like loves her stroller to the point where I'm like, she comes home or I come home from work or whatever, and she's like, "Daddy, I want you to take me for a stroller ride." I'm like, "What?" Like, you hated this stroller for years. Now she just wants to go on a stroller ride. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. So we used to play video games after dinner. We just finished Kirby.
Guess that's what we're doing.
And now we're going for stroller rides, which is really just a walk around the neighborhood. But
Mm.
yeah. So yeah, it's bonding. She enjoys it. But
That's good
it's
though.
a stacked fall because all of a sudden there's this giant Grand Theft Auto sized void. All everything I rhymed off, I probably would buy, except for
A lot
maybe
of
like
choices
Outer
in this.
Worlds and
Yeah.
Toa. I probably won't play Toa, which is funny because it's probably the cheaper of the games to play. So like,
Yeah.
so yeah, all those games.
Probably.
Yeah, it's stacked. And other than that, I don't think there's anything really coming out in July, is there? Oh yeah, there is. The Killing Floor. I'm not playing that. Patapon 1 and 2. Yeah, that's it really.
Not playing Killing Floor. Yeah.
So, thankfully, I have time. Oh, but you know what? WoW patch is probably going to come out end of July.
So pretty much.
So, which means August. Like, if we're looking at August, Lost Soul Aside comes out and Shinobi Art of Vengeance comes out.
About to say that we're gonna. Yeah.
And oh, Mafia: The Old Country comes out. Do you have an interest in those games?
Yeah. I've played the Mafia games. I've enjoyed them, but I'm probably they've all been a little too short, and I have a feeling that it's gonna be the same here, where the game's gonna be a little too short, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's not worth the dollar amount. At least that's how I felt in the past.
I think
I
Mafia
have
is actually
enjoyed
going to be
the games,
cheaper.
but was I happy with the amount I spent? No. Because they've always been.
Mm-hmm.
That's the case.
Yeah, Mafia is going to be a shorter,
That's good.
more
'Cause in the
tight
past, they have been
experience.
shorter experiences.
I've never played a Mafia game. You can tell, but if you can't tell by now, I have a type.
Games are fun though.
I'm just so disenfranchised with
You know.
Western game development, man. Like, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. It's just been so shit lately. Yeah.
I mean, it really has been. I mean, there's a reason why you feel that
Mhm.
way for sure. I mean, it's just there hasn't really been any innovation. I mean, it's the best way to put it, right? I mean, it's been very safe. What's going to make money? And it's been so focused on what's going to make money that we've had terrible, just terrible games
Oh, for sure.
and just bad decisions in general, right? I mean,
Choke down.
Just look at all of the live service games that we had to just slog through to see all this stuff down. I mean, golly, it was just, and it's still not stopping. I mean, live service is definitely not stopping, but man, it was really bad there for a while.
I think yeah, well, that's exactly it.
Who has time?
I just don't think, yeah, I don't think they're, even though like the fighting games are considered live service now, and they should be, like that's the type of live service that I'm kind of okay with, because you're just adding a few characters here and there. You might get some money from new characters or skins or something, that's fine. There's no like gameplay benefits or anything like that.
Sure. Well, I feel like that type of game, or that type of game, just lends to that. Just, I mean,
Hmm.
you have a finite roster. Your content is other players, and adding more content that allows for
Yeah,
more
exactly.
expression in that particular area. It's just I don't know. It works.
Yeah, I agree
So
with you. Yeah,
I'm definitely
I think
definitely makes sense in that regard. But I mean, we've seen how tired the Destiny uh, Division.
that one failed
I
spectacularly.
mean, Concord immediately failed.
I never had a good feeling about that game, man. Not once.
No, I don't think anybody did. Not even the marketing team. Not even the development team. I mean, maybe I don't know. I'm sure
Was.
some of the. I'm sure
I'm
there's
sure
some
there
great
was.
stuff in Concord. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there is.
I'm just
some
being a
good
cheeky
stuff in
bitch.
Concord. But as a whole, yeah, it was. Yeah, but as a whole, right? It's like, it just didn't.
So, do you think that
The gameplay loop
this
didn't
is
look fun.
completely different tangent because I was just thinking about it. Do you think WoW just released their like update or whatever, or like teased all their stuff or showed their hand because Square Enix is like, guess what? There's a new live letter coming and it's patch 7.3, and then Blizzard's like, time to go.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? There's no doubt. Yeah, as
Mhm.
funny as it is to meme on that every single time, it's kind of hard when it happens every time, right? I mean, it's literally like clockwork. So, and you could say that it's because they're running a schedule, and if you look at it historically,
Yeah.
yes, technically,
I think they're
running a
definitely
schedule,
they're
but
being
man,
cheeky here.
It sure doesn't seem like.
And I think they realize that they're back in the driver's seat. So Blizzard, I mean,
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I completely agree. They definitely
Mhm.
sit there for a while, and Final Fantasy, unfortunately, just
Unforced
did not take
errors.
advantage of it. Made too many strange decisions. Too many strange decisions. I guess would be the best way to put it. I really wanted to enjoy the recent
Mhm.
Final Fantasy expansion, but it did not do anything to help itself in that regard.
Dawn Trail.
I can't even remember the name of it. That's how much. It's like Dawn.
It's kind of funny.
Dawn Trail. That's what it is. Dawn Trail. Ooh, I got there.
I'm about to get a hit too.
Doing this,
'Cause-
I just beat
oh, good.
stuff
We staggered him. This is where I die because I can't dodge this next part.
Yeah.
I love how we're just like locked the fuck in right now.
Oh my gosh! And I immediately die. Oh, I forgot I had this.
Oh, I hate that so
I
much.
almost died again because I forgot I had it.
Support needed.
Well, that was fun.
No. Okay.
Oh man, it's been like, how long have we been going? 3 hours.
That was a lot of fun.
3 hours. Okay. A favorite
hours.
subject. Murph,
Talking
thanks for
about
joining me tonight.
Our favorite.
I appreciate it.
subject.
Yep. Yeah, I don't have any plugs or anything, so
Of course.
we're gonna stop
Thanks for
now.
having me, as always.
Everybody have a good night.